Live from the Maverik Center in West Valley City, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey. As it's a Saturday night in the final game of the 6-game homestand as the Grizzlies take on the Allen Americans. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza as Utah's trying to salvage the third game of the series. Wednesday night, Allen got a 4-1 victory, and last night, Allen won 6-2. The Grizzlies got goals last night from Tyson and Zach Sekos. Sekos played his first game since December 30th, but he is not in the Grizzlies lineup here this evening. Tyson got a point in 5 straight games, but Brandon Cutler has been particularly amazing. He's got a point in 7 straight games. In fact, he has 12 points in his last 7 contests. Getting the start in net for the Grizzlies will be Lucas Preek, and he'll be going up against Chase Perry, who got the start on Wednesday night and stopped all but one, as he was the number 2 star in the game, or as Liam Finley was the number 1 star on Wednesday. Last night it was 2 goals and 1 assist from Hank Crone, as the Americans in the first 2 games of this series have outscored the Grizzlies 10-3. It's Black History Night here at Maverik Center. A lot of fun stuff over at the team store. In fact, Guy and I went to the team store before the game, and there's a lot of fun stuff over at the Grizzlies team store. You can get a Grizzlies t-shirt and a Grizzlies hoodie. You can also get all the favorite jerseys. You can even get the jerseys the Grizzlies are wearing tonight. And it's going to be the first time the Grizzlies are going to be wearing their Colorado Avalanche-themed jerseys here at Maverik Center. So it's going to be a fun one here tonight. Good atmosphere. We got a good crowd filed in here. And the Grizzlies are hoping to salvage the third game of this series and make it a really good homestand. As the Grizzlies last week won 3 straight games against Rapid City. They lost the first 2 to Allen. With a victory tonight, the Grizzlies will go 4-2 on the homestand. If you think about the Grizzlies over the last 4 weeks, they really were outstanding last week, sweeping the 3-game series against Rapid City, and then 2 weeks ago winning 2 out of 3 games at Tulsa, and the week before that winning 2 out of 3 games against the first-place Idaho Steelheads. So we'll see what the Grizzlies will do here. They've got a record of 19-22-1 this season. Allen, with a victory tonight, will go back to the 500 mark. Their record right now is 20-21-1. So it's going to be a lot of fun here tonight. The Grizzlies and the Americans meeting for the 6th time this season. The Grizzlies have a record of 2-3 against Allen this season. When we return to the Utah Grizzlies pregame show presented by Rio Tinto, we'll talk with Guy Chiarenza and get his thoughts on tonight's matchup. We're in business on a Saturday night, and you're listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza as we're hanging out in high top section 114. As we got a Saturday night of Utah Grizzlies hockey. It's the final game of the 6-game homestand. Last week, the Grizzlies swept Rapid City in a 3-game set. But Allen has won the first 2 games of this series, winning 4-1 on Wednesday night. Brandon Cutler scored Utah's lone goal, 9:54 into the first period. Utah outshot Allen 35-25. Last night, the Grizzlies outshot Allen 34-30. They got 2 assists from Andrew Nelson, and Tyson and Zach Sekos each scored a goal. It was just too much Allen, as Hank Crone had 2 goals and 1 assist, and Jack Combs and Grant Hebert each had 1 goal and 1 assist. And Guy, the Grizzlies just trying to salvage the third game here in the series, and Lucas Preek will get the start in net, and he got the victory last Saturday against Rapid City, and I'm really interested in seeing what Lucas will do here for the Grizzlies tonight.
Yeah, Tyson, and you used the word salvage the series. I think that's exactly what's going on here. The first 2 games in this series did not really go the Grizzlies' way, and that's coming off of a 3-game series against Rapid City where they looked really good. And so I think now for the Grizzlies is you got to find a way to salvage this series, but also carry some momentum going into Rapid City next week. Got Lucas Parikh here in net. He's a good goalie. He's an elite talent, and the Grizzlies are going to need him to stand on his head if they want a chance to win tonight.
It's amazing how good Brandon Cutler's been. He had a third period assist last night, and he's got a point in 7 straight games. And really all that AHL experience he's got now seems to have paid off, as it seems like he's been in the right place at the right time, and he's really played an all-around game. He's blocking shots. He's really getting involved offensively. He's passing the puck well, and he's really done a great job since coming back from the AHL.
Yeah, Tyson, I mean, this guy, he's a superhuman right now. He's playing at an unbelievable level. I mean, 7 games, he's got a point streak of 7 games. That's just phenomenal. And for that reason, I think you got to go with the hot hand. He's my pick to click tonight.
Brandon Cutler last week was the ECHL Player of the Week, and obviously a big part of that was the 4-goal, 2-assist performance he had against Rapid City on January 27th. Also watch out for Andrew Nilsson. He currently leads the Grizzlies with 32 points this season. He's got 9 multiple-point games. He has 20 power play points. He had a power play assist last night in the third period. Andrew Nilsson, especially on the power play, can be dangerous for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Tyson, for sure. When we saw him get an assist last game, he had made a really nice pass over there to Sekos, a slap pass, and Sekos is in the right place at the right time. Really great play. I think the Grizzlies are going to go deep in the playoffs and make a push for the playoffs. So I think Andrew Nielsen's going to be instrumental in that. I mean, this is a guy that he really moves the puck really well, but he also has some really nice size, and he can throw his body around in a physical game. And I think if we are going to see a physical game here tonight, watch Andrew Nielsen to be in the thick of it.
I think Taryn Pfizer is someone to also watch out for. He's got a point in 5 straight games, especially when the Grizzlies are on the power play. Watching them out for them, isolating Pfizer on one side, see if he can operate and go to work. But Taryn Pfizer, was a teammate of Brandon Cutler's in the junior leagues in the WHL for a couple years with the Victoria Royals. He's certainly been big for the Grizzlies here over the last couple weeks.
Yeah, Tyson, for sure. And I think that connection between him and Cutler has only grown over as time has grown on. I think special teams are going to be a big factor in this game. The Grizzlies' power play hasn't really gotten a whole lot going in these last 2 games against Allen. If they want to win here tonight, they're going to have to find a way to put pucks in the back of the net when they go on the power play.
It's kind of really strange when you think about the Grizzlies when they've outshot their opponents at home this season. They've got a record of 2-8. However, when the Grizzlies have been outshot, they've got a record of 6-2. Now, go figure. I mean, the Grizzlies seem to play better when the other team takes more shots than them.
Well, I mean, that's just a weird one, isn't it? I mean, I guess what the Grizzlies need to go out here and get outshot. But, I mean,
that's key to victory.
I think earlier on in the season we saw the Grizzlies get outshot. But the thing is the Grizzlies were getting quality chances on net with the shots that they were taking, and the opponent was the opposite case, where they were just taking shots in net, and they were routine saves for whoever was in net that night. And so I think that's why they were winning when that was the case. Now, I think in these last 2 games against Allen, when the Grizzlies have outshot the Americans, I think the Grizzlies are just getting pucks on net. They're not necessarily getting quality chances, but what we've seen with Allen is when they put the puck on net, they make it count, and they really get good looks on net. So I think if you're the Grizzlies, just settle down, play a patient game. Allen is going to be physical. They're going to methodically move around the ice. I think you just have to be patient, let the puck settle down. Don't turn over the puck. Just stay in your own lane, stay in your head, and play your type of game. If you're calm and composed, you can beat this team.
So your pick to click is Brandon Cutler. I'm going with Cameron Wright. Feels like he's due tonight. He's been a little bit quieter here in this series. I think Cameron Wright, who's on the same line tonight with Keaton Jamison. And, Jamison's somebody I feel is due as well. And also on that line will be the Rooster, Jordan Martell. I think Martell's going to play well tonight, but I think Cameron Wright's my pick to click. I see him taking 6 or 7 shots tonight, and I see him capitalizing on 1 or 2 of them here this evening.
Yeah, Tyson, that's a good pick to click because as the season has gone on, I've noticed that Cameron Wright, there's only been 1 instance throughout the course of the season where he hasn't scored in 4 straight games, and that was a game coming off that long road trip to start the season against Allen, then 3 games against Idaho. So you got to figure that if the trend continues, he likely comes out and puts up a point here tonight. And I think the Grizzlies want to win tonight. Cameron Wright's got to be a factor.
When we come back to the Grizzlies pregame show in 30 seconds, we'll give you the starting lineups for both teams. This is the Grizzlies pregame show presented by Rio Tinto.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. Grizzlies and the Allen Americans meeting for the sixth time this season. Utah's 2-3 against the Americans this year. Allen has won each of the first two games of this series. Let's get to the starting lineups. First for the homestanding Utah Grizzlies, led by second-year head coach Ryan Kanasowicz. His assistant is Jared Pike. Utah is 9-10 at home this season. They're 19-22-1 overall this season. Starting in net for the Grizzlies will be number 35, Lucas Preek. He is 6'4", 195 pounds, a former draft pick of the LA Kings. In 11 games this season, he's got a record of 4-7 with one shutout that came on December 18th against Kansas City. A 3.29 goals against average and .907 save percentage. Lucas Preek, just 21 years old, last season was Rapid City's starting goaltender. Starting defenseman, number 23, Kyle Pouncey, who has 7 points in 37 games, 1 goal and 6 assists. His lone goal this year came last Saturday, late in the second period against Rapid City. And his defensive partner tonight will be Victor Bartley. In 31 games this year, has 1 goal and 8 assists. Bartley, 121 games of NHL experience to his resume. He'll be wearing number 42 for the Grizzlies here on Black History Night. It's the same number that Jackie Robinson obviously wore. Starting forwards for the Grizzlies, Keaton Jamison. In 41 games this year, he's got 8 goals and 9 assists. Jamison is 6'2" and 205 pounds. He'll be lined up next to Cameron Wright, who's my pick to clip. Wright is tied for the team lead with Taron Pfizer. Both guys have 12 goals this season. Wright is second on the club with 31 points. And the Rooster, Jordan Martell, is in the starting lineup. Martell is 6'1", 185 pounds. He's been outstanding for the Grizzlies. In fact, he's a +3 in a Grizzlies uniform, which does lead the club. Martell this season in 21 games for the Grizzlies has 15 points, 6 goals, and 9 assists. Starting lineup for the Allen Americans, and net will be Chase Perry. In 8 games, he's got a record of 6-1-1 with a 2.12 goals against average and .940 save percentage. Starting defensive pairing, the former Grizzly Chris Malari and Jared Bethune. Bethune's going to be a forward. Colton Sosman's the other starting defenseman. Starting forwards, Jared Bethune, normally a defenseman, but he's playing forward tonight. He'll be in the starting lineup. Gavin Gould wearing number 20, has 11 assists in 26 games. And Mikael Robidoux, a +3 this season. He's got 82 penalty minutes in 15 games, 3 goals and 3 assists. When we come back here to Maverik Center in 2 minutes, we'll have face-off as it's the Grizzlies and the Americans. Last of a 3-game series is next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
Guys put together a lot of good games, you know.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line tonight as the Utah Grizzlies look to salvage the third game of the series against the Allen Americans. It's a big contest in the standings. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza. As we're live on a Saturday night as a good crowd has filed in here for the series finale. It's Black History Night, the first Black History Night in Utah Grizzlies history, and Lucas Preek will be in net. And Guy, he was outstanding last Saturday, stopping 35 of 38 to complete a three-game sweep against the Rapid City Rush. And Lucas has got good size, and I think he's very much capable of having a big night here against Allen.
Yeah, Tyson, and this guy was a draft pick of the LA Kings for a reason. He's got incredible talent. He's a really good prospect. If the Grizzlies want a chance to walk out of Maverik Center with a win, watch for Lucas Preek to be a big part of that.
The starting and defensive pairing is Kyle Pouncey and Victor Bartley. Starting forwards, Keaton Jamison, Cameron Wright, and the Rooster, Jordan Martell. Everybody make your pick to click on the live chat on the YouTube feed. As who's going to be the player of the game for the Grizzlies. Starting in net for the Allen Americans is Chase Perry. He's been a hot goaltender as of late. He stopped 35 of 36 on Wednesday night. He's got a record of 6-1-1 this season, a 2.12 goals against average, and a .940 save percentage. He was outstanding on Wednesday night, as we mentioned, in Allen's 4-1 victory. A couple forwards to watch out for. Hank Krohn's been amazing in this series. He had 2 goals and 1 assist last night. He's got 52 points in 39 games, 22 goals and 30 assists. And also watch out for Jack Combs, especially with the assists. He had 2 assists on Wednesday, and he had 1 goal and 1 assist on Friday. Combs has 54 points in 42 games. Colton Hargrove was the January League Player of the Month. Hargrove's had a good series. He's got 38 points in 36 games. And Liam Finley, over the 2 games in this series, has been instrumental to Allen's success. He's got 20 goals and 19 assists in 31 games. So, Guy, the Allen offensive attack has really been outstanding in this series. 10 goals in the first 2 games of this series. And Utah's got to find a way to slow down those talented forwards.
Yeah, Tyson, that's really the key. I think what we've seen over the last 2 games is that Allen's stars have shown, and they've shown bright. What the Grizzlies did well against Rapid City in Idaho is that they were able to neutralize the other team's stars, their top talent, and so much to the point where we saw Ryan Domowski get really frustrated a couple weeks ago. So I think the Grizzlies need to find a way to come out here, limit Finley, limit Hargrove, limit Hank Crone, make the other guys make plays. You can't let Allen Stars run over you all night.
Utah, for the first time at home, is wearing their Colorado Avalanche-themed alternate jerseys, a navy blue top with red numbers, white letters in the back, white on the shoulders, and a white stripe around the elbows. Allen's wearing the same jersey for the third straight game, a white jersey with red on the sleeves, white numbers on the sleeves, red numbers in the back, and white lettering on the last names on the top of the back of the jersey, about shoulder high. Two referees tonight, Sam Heidemann and Tatu Kunto. The linesmen are Andrew Collins and Craig Peterson. I wouldn't be surprised if this game gets physical throughout as Utah looking to salvage this third game of the series. As Jamison will take the draw against Jared Bethune. Bethune's been playing both as a defenseman and forward for the Americans in this series. Draw won by the Americans. We're underway. Allen skating from left to right as Victor Bartley blasts McCall to Robidoux at center ice. Robidoux dumped it in. As Martel in the far corner of the Grizzlies zone, Allen takes it away. As Gold throws up top from Maverik, Utah picks it off. Kyle Pouncey with a good play as Bartley will move it out to the left wing for Cameron Wright, who dumps it in. Martel to the right side. Battles with Chris Maverik. Wright skates over there. He'll skate towards the left corner. That's where the puck goes, but Allen gets there. It's the Americans. We'll throw it off of Nielsen as the Grizzlies quickly made a line change. Nielsen will fire it off the far boards as Utah gets fresh forwards on the ice. 40 seconds in. Colton Sauceman along the near side sporting a beard. We'll throw it out to the left wing. Allen skates in as the Americans look to center it over to Liam Finley, and the pass is wide of the mark. Taryn Pfizer glides along the near boards, crosses center ice, left wing, and dumps it in as he was being held by the shoulder by Chad Butcher. As behind Allen's net, Tyler Penner feeds it out in front to Cutler. Cutler loses it, and Allen comes up with it as Liam Finley crosses center ice. Finley gets held up, no call. Or there is a call. Finley takes a shot and it goes over the crossbar. Now Allen to the right side, delayed penalty. Will feed it across. It goes along the far boards as Allen feeds to the corner. Nielsen touches up, and Nielsen's going to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. 2 minutes for holding, 18:44 left in the first period. Have you or someone you know been charged with the DUI? Rogers and Russell is Utah's DUI defense firm. Consequences for driving under the influence in Utah are serious, and you need great attorneys on your first line. Look for a letter in the mail from Rogers and Russell inviting you to schedule a free consultation. Don't throw away or disregard this letter. Call and get Utah's best DUI defense team. Rogers and Russell. Draws, give me the left circle, no score. As Nielsen's in the penalty box, he leads the team in penalty minutes. Allen wins the faceoff. Colton Hargrove over in the left wing, throws it up top for Sauceman. Now it goes back over to Hargrove. He'll take a lefty shot and it goes high off the glass. As Corey Thomas battles along the boards with Jack Combs. And over to the right side as Grizzlies get it. And clearing it out is Keaton Jamison. Allen back deep in their own zone. Will skate from left to right as Colton Sauceman. Out to center ice, now dropping off as the Americans. Chad Butcher will throw it to the right side. Now Hargrove feeds it across. It bounced off the stick of Combs. Rolls back to the right corner for Hargrove. He'll feed it up top to Sauceman. There's a battle out in front of the net, and the net gets dislodged. 1:20 left in Allen's first power play of the game as we're just getting underway. 18:04 left in the first, still no score.
Well, Tyson, good start to the penalty kill here. And I think if the Grizzlies don't take this penalty, Liam Finley has a one-on-one chance with Parikh. So this is one of those penalties where it's like, yeah, maybe you'd rather just take the penalty. And with as good as the Grizzlies' penalty kill has been, you don't really mind it all that much.
Draw's going to be in the right circle. Hargrove will take it for Allen against Tyler Penner. Make that Cam Strong. Draw won by Allen. Hank Crone, last night's #1 star, rolls it around the boards. Liam Finley lets it go to Hargrove on the right side. Hargrove skates towards the near goal line, stops now, feeds it to Combs along the near wall. Combs up top for Sauceman, high slot. Sauceman gets over to Combs. He gathers the puck. Combs over to Hargrove. He tried to find Finley out in front. It goes back to Crone. Crone tries to throw it across to Combs. Now Grizzlies get it. Right wing, fits shot. Saved by Perry. As Crone crosses center ice, he gains the line. Crone feeds it down the middle. Now back to Crone. One-timer. Kick save by Parikh. After the whistle, the Grizzlies push Jack Combs as he was looking for a second whack at Parikh. A lot of back-to-back action there going on as Fitz had a good look in the right circle, shorthanded, and then Allen came back in, and Crone had a good look from the right side, but Maverik was able to make the save.
Yeah, Tyson, and what a save there by Lucas Maverik. He had to be sharp to make that one. It looks like he's ready to play in this game. It looks like things could get physical real early on.
Utah trying to protect Maverik, and then Jack Combs, well, he gave James Shearer a really good left with his glove. Shearer laughed it off a little bit, but looked like that one smarted a little bit. As both teams make a line change, 43 seconds left in Allen's first power play of the game as we're just getting started. 17-27 left in the first. Butcher will take the draw to the right side. He wins it against Jamison. As Zachary Massicott throws to Mallory. Now to the left side. As Grant Hebert bouncing off the boards. Actually, Hebert's out. That's Chad Butcher. As Gavin Gould skates to the far corner. Gould, I try to kick it out in front of McCauley. Bounced off his skate and goes over to the left side. Is Butcher across to Massicott. Now to the near goal line. Now back to Massicott. They'll feed it up top for Chris Mallory. Back to Massicott. Right circle now across to Butcher. He's on the left side. Take a righty shot, and it's blocked by a Grizzly stick. Goes to the right side for Mallory. Now to Butcher. Butcher gets held up by Wright. And the Grizzlies will throw it out of the zone. Cutler looking for Wright, but the pass is wide of the mark and deep into the Allen zone. Utah makes a line change. Grizzlies are back at full strength. Nielsen will skate towards the bench. Good penalty kill by the Grizzlies. As Mallory gains center ice and rockets it off the end glass of the Grizzlies zone. As Gavin Gould collides with Bryson Martin. Play very physical here in the first 3.5 minutes. Bouncing puck to center ice, taken by Pfizer, dumps it in. Parasini behind his net cuts it off. He'll feed it over to the far side. Johnny Walker delivers a hit on Dalton Golly. Now Bryson Martin right side gets over to Johnny Walker on the left side. Second game for Walker back after missing 18 straight. Pfizer whips it around the boards. Penner behind the net. Kicks over to the right corner. Penner skates over there. Throws it back to the left corner. Aaron Tho skates back to the left corner. He throws it up top. The only guy there was an American. Ryan Gagnon, 2-on-2. He enters the zone. Right side. He'll take a shot and it goes wide. Trying to go stick side on Parikh. Robidoux on the left side. Lines with the Grizzly. Utah up with the puck is Walker with a backhand pass towards Pfizer. Grizzlies make a line change as Allen gathers the puck behind their net. As we're still early on, 15:45 and counting left in the first. Allen's taking 3 shots. They'll ice the puck, but Parikh has to play it in the crease, so move it ahead towards neutral ice. Right, gets it across to Martel, who gains center ice. Martel to the left circle, gets it poked away. Bethium will throw it out in front of his net. Now Zachary Massicott will lift it out to center ice. Shearer glides over to Nielsen, who feeds it to Jamison at center ice. Jamison to right, who dumps it into the right corner, bounces off the 2 news sign on one hop of the ice. Goes back to Robidoux, near side. He'll feed it across towards the Grizzlies bench. It bounces off the boards, goes back to Nielsen, who will move it out to Jamison. Jamison dishes to right to the left side. Skates over to the left circle. Backhand shot goes wide. He's looking for Martel to redirect it. As Allen will ice the puck, but it got redirected, so no icing. Sure, moves it ahead. It goes to neutral ice for Wright. Wright gets blasted by Colby McCauley kind of awkwardly. As Jamison over there with McCauley, they want to fight as the whistle blows. Let's see. It was just a push by Jamison. Looks like we're going to get a penalty. Bartley skating towards the penalty box. If it's not a penalty, Draw's going to come back into the Grizzlies zone. As Grizzlies get called for icing, I believe. Draw's going to come back to the Grizzlies zone. As McCauley delivered a hit on Cameron Wright, and the hit looked like it was a little bit awkward along the boards, but no call was made.
Yeah, Tyson, and physical play is already making an impact in this game. I think it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when we see a fight tonight.
Big crowd still filing in here on a Saturday night. Allen wins the draw. Hank Crone skates towards his left. He'll feed it over to Mallory. He's got an A on his sweater. He'll take a shot saved by Parikh. Rebound goes to Utah, and they'll lift it out as it bounces around center ice, goes into the Allen zone. Mallory runs it down. The third-year pro out of Penn State started his pro career as a Grizzly. Spent half a season there as Christian Simeone delivers a hit on Mallory. Allen moves it out to center ice. McCauley fanned on dumping it in. It goes back to the center ice logo. Cam Strong gets it. Strong skates towards the left point as he steps over the blue line. Strong collides with Sossman. Puck rolls towards the right side. Righty shot. Glove saved by Perry. That shot was taken by Dylan Fitz along the far boards. Perry makes a routine save with 14-16 left in the first.
Tyson, I think the key to the game for the Grizzlies is just to be patient with your approach. This is an All-Americans team that is very good defensively, and they're very good at utilizing their scheme. They utilize every inch of this ice. If you're the Grizzlies, just be patient, get shots on net, and the game will come to you.
Still early on, 14-16 left in the first, no score. Allen's outshot Utah 5-2. Grizzlies won the draw. Right point. Nilsson shot. Stick saved by Perry. As puck ends up with Allen as they'll carry it out of the zone. Ryan Gagnon will move a left wing pass now out to Chad Butcher. Butcher to the left circle. Takes a shot. Glove saved by Parikh. He holds on. 13 minutes and 59 seconds left in the first. Timeout on the ice. We're back in 1 minute. This is Utah Grizzlies hockey presented by Rio Tinto.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your adventure.
No score, 13:59 left in the first. Allen has outshot Utah 6-2. Guy, what stood out to you here so far?
Well, Tyson, the Grizzlies are getting outshot so far, which seems to bode well in their favor as the season's gone on. But I think I like the Grizzlies' approach so far. I think they've done a few things well. I'd like to see them put a little bit more pressure in the American zone.
Allen has had one power play so far as Andrew Nilsson got 2 minutes for holding 1:16 in. We're skating 5-on-5. Allen wins the offensive zone draw, but Dalton Golly couldn't carry the zone. Couldn't keep the blue line. Allen will back it out into their own end as they skate from left to right as we see it from high top section 114. As Chad Butcher gets hit pretty hard by Brandon Cutler. All you can tell the Grizzlies want to set a physical tone here tonight. Allen gains center ice, bounces into the right corner. Banded it with his stick. Cutler gathers it, throws to Nilsson. He'll feed it to the left side. Allen picks it off as Galley skates towards the left corner. He collides with Cutler. As Galley over towards Jack Combs. He bounces off of his shin and goes over to the near side. Grizzlies will carry it out to center ice. Shearer gets taken away by Butcher. Butcher will see a lot of time tonight. Tyler Penner carries it in, skates towards the right point. I tried to feather it down the middle to Pfizer and a bounce off an American. Liam Finley will skate around, button hook in his own zone to the near side. Finley fakes a pass, keeps it, carries it out to center ice, and he'll throw it to Butcher on the near side. Down to Jack Combs. Combs collides with Cameron Wright. Wright took the puck away from him. Wright, the national champion with Denver last year, skates towards the corner. I tried to center it to Jameson, bouncing off an Allen skate. As Finley throws it across to Combs across the center. Combs looks to center it, and it goes past everybody towards the near boards. Finley gets hit by Wright. Wright gets the puck over towards Martell. Now right around center ice, gets around Massicott. He skates towards the left circle. On Jack Combs poked it away. Massicott rolls it around the boards of his own zone over to Finley, and he'll bat it out to center ice as Gavin Gould gets spun around. Gould gets the puck again. Gould, his last name. He'll skate towards the left circle. Stops in the corner. Gould skates around, looks to center it. It goes past everybody over to Sauceman, right side. He'll take a shot. He scores. Robidoux might have gotten a piece of it as Allen has made it a 1-0 game with 12:23 left in the first. Mikael Robidoux says that he has scored his fourth of the year. As Sauceman was in the right point, it bounced off of Robidoux and ended up in the back of the net.
Yeah, Tyson, and I don't think Parikh ever saw that puck. I don't think he ever saw it. I don't think he had a chance to make that save. Good screen there by Allen and a good tip out in front, and they have a 1-0 lead.
I know Robidoux's had a reputation for being an ultra-physical player, but he does have a lot of game to him. He redirects the Colton Sauceman shot off his knee, of all things, I think. And so Robidoux gets his fourth of the year. Allen, for the third straight game, has scored first. Allen wins the face-off. They lead 1-0, 12:15 left in the first. They've outshot the Grizzlies 7-2. As the puck enters the Grizzlies zone, Hank Crone has to go back to center ice. He keeps the puck as he'll throw it back to Sauceman. Sauceman, right wing, will take a shot. Kick saved by Parikh. Rebound goes out to Tho. Tho around the net. He'll get it to Bartley in the near side. Victor moves it out to center ice for Walker. Now to Fitz. Fitz skates towards the right wing. Just outside the circle, takes a shot that's blocked by the stick of Colton Hargrove. Make that Chris Mallory. Allen gets it as Hank Crone crosses center ice. Crone will drift it across to Mallory, but the Americans are offside with 11:46 left in the first. And it looked like Johnny Walker had a few words for Allen's Kobe McCauley. McCauley can play physical, as I've seen him fight a Grizzly on a couple of occasions. McCauley and Walker exchanged some words after the whistle. Allen's first goal scored 7:37 in. Robidoux his 4th of the year. Colton Sossman with his 18th assist, and Gavin Gould with his 12th assist of the season. Time of goal, 7:37 into the first. Draw's going to be at neutral ice near the Grizzlies bench. Chad Butcher will take it against Tyler Penner. Penner, the Grizzlies Iron Man, has appeared in all 43 games this season and all 72 last season. He's playing in his 115th straight game for the Grizzlies in the regular year. He played in all of the playoff games last year as well. Grizzlies have it to the right wing. Cutler will bounce it off the stick of Penner. It goes back over to Allen. It's Butcher at center ice. Collides with Cutler. Cutler with a mat check. Penner pokes it away, but it goes to Finley. Finley's so quick. He skates towards the left side, drops off to the high slot. Combs shot. Kick saved by Parikh. Puck goes back up top to Gagnon. Right point, he feeds it across. Nelson picked it off in the left circle. Andrew moves it ahead to Cutler. Cutler in the left side gains the line. Throws it across to Cutler. Back to Nilsson, centering back. Nilsson in the slot at his shot. Blocked by Gagnon's stick. Puck goes back to the right side. Allen gets it. They'll lift it out to center ice. Finley gets it. Right wing Finley at the blue line. Takes a shot. And it bounced off a break. Flies high into the air. Allen towards the left point. Chad Butcher gets pushed by Martin. Martin trips up Butcher. No call. Thomas near center ice will feed it ahead. Puck goes to Jamison. It goes past him. No icing. Over in the left corner, Jamison delivers a hit. 2 Grizzlies, 3 Americans over in the near corner of the American zone. 10:37 and counting left in the first. Allen leads 1-0. Americans come out of the pile with the puck. They've outshot the Grizzlies 10-2. Allen crosses center ice. Gould dumps it in. He avoided a check as Utah skates around the net. Big collision at the Utah blue line. We get a whistle. And slow to get up is Jared Bethune as he collided with Keaton Jamison. Interference is going to be the call, but who's it going to be on? But we've seen more physical play in the first 10 minutes of this game than we've seen in any of the first 2 games of this series. And unfortunately, from the Grizzlies' perspective, it looks like Jamison's the one going to the penalty box. Interference to the call as Jamison kind of limps over towards the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell, but he's going to sit for 2 minutes.
Yeah, Tyson, you mentioned the physical play. I think you're absolutely right. I think this game has been by far the most physical out of the 3 that we've seen in this set. We're only about 10 minutes in. But now the Grizzlies find themselves back on the penalty kill. They're going to have to find a way to kill this off.
Utah's penalty kill this season, 82.2%. Allen's power play is 20.4%. Jamison, 2 minutes for interference. Time of penalty, 9:35 in. Hargrove will take the draw against Strong. Draw won by Allen. Sossman in the high slot. He's already got an assist tonight. He'll feed it to the left side for Crone. Crone to the near goal line. He'll center it, and it goes past him onto Sossman. High slot shot. Pad saved by Parikh. Rebound goes out to the left side. Now up top to Sossman. Sossman over to Finley on the right side. Finley dishes to the near goal line for Combs. Back to Finley. Now to Sossman. He's in the high slot. Sossman surveys. Now he feeds it to the left side for Crone. Crone just outside the circle. He's got 22 goals this season, including 3 in this series. Sossman over to Crone. Now to the far goal line to Crone. Over to Crone from Combs. Shot saved by Parikh. Hargrove rolls it back towards the corner. He gets it to Finley. Now Finley gets it back from Combs. Shot. And that one goes wide. As Sossman over to Hargrove. Now back to Sossman. Sossman skates towards the right circle. Dishes across to Crone. Crone just outside the left circle trying to get it to Finley. It bounced off a Grizzly and over towards Hargrove on the right side. Now to Jack Combs. He tries to get it across. It bounced off a Grizzly stick to Shearer, who passed it deep into the Allen zone. Great play by James Shearer, denying the centering pass to get through. 50 seconds left in Keaton Jamison's minor penalty. Allen leads 1-0. 9-10 and counting left in the first. Americans have outshot the Grizzlies 12-2. Allen throws it over to the right side for Hargrove. He'll step over the line. Hargrove drifts over to the corner kind of slowly. Now throws it up top for Maverik. Maverik across to the left side. Allen gets it back to Maverik. He gets it over to the right side for Hargrove. He'll bounce it off of Gould. He'll feed it across to Butcher. It bounced off his stick. Couldn't handle the hot pass. Martin throws to the left point. Allen keeps it in. Americans throw it across to Hargrove. He's on the right side. Now up top for Maverik. Maverik feeds it to the left side. Now across to Hargrove. Hargrove on the right side. Fires a shot kick saved by Parikh on the low liner. McCauley gets hit along the end wall. That's where the puck is. Puck glides towards the right side for Gould. He tried to feed it across and fanned on it. Cutler across the center ice. Jamison's out of the box. Cutler skates towards the left circle. Takes a shot that goes high off the glass. Now it's the right point. Fits with a shot kick saved by Perry. Gavin Gould gets blasted by Jamison. Gould keeps the puck and he'll throw it out to neutral ice. McCauley crosses center. Now he crosses the blue line. Just outside the left circle. Takes a shot and it's blocked by the Grizz. as Fitz feeds it out to neutral ice. Puck bounced over the stick of Jamison. Goes back to Ryan Gagnon, who's wearing number 3. He'll feed it across to Dalton Galley, who's 6'5", 227. Now Gagnon crosses center ice, right wing, and he'll drive it around the boards. Preet cuts it off behind the net. He's got good hands. He'll spin it back to the near side as Penner will feed it ahead to Fitz. Fitz at center ice, gets back checked by Justin Young and gets divorced in the puck as Allen gets it back at neutral ice. Gagnon moves it ahead to Robidoux. He's already got a goal tonight. He'll skate towards the corner. He collides with Bartley. Robidoux with a big-time hit on Bartley. Those guys have been physical over the last couple games. Now back over to Robidoux. He couldn't handle the centering pass out in front. Grizzlies gather it. Penner ahead to Fitz. It bounced off his stick. Fitz gets double-teamed. He'll fire left wing shot, kick saved by Perry. As the Americans moving out towards Young. He couldn't handle it. Cam Strong battles on the near side. He gets the puck. Strong, 6 goals this season. Over to the right side for Nielsen. He winds and fires. Shot goes wide. Puck goes towards the near boards. Fans want a penalty, none to be had. Out to center ice. Justin Young crosses center. 2-on-2. He'll drop it off. Skating into the left side. Shot saved by Parikh. Dalton Skelly had a good look from the left side, but Parikh made a glove save with 7:01 left in the first.
Tyson, and that's a good save by Lucas Parikh, and he's been busy to start this game. He's already seen 14 shots. We're only 13 minutes in. As for the Grizzlies, they only have 3 shots in this game. I bet Chase Perry's falling asleep over there. The Grizzlies need to find a way to wake him up, get some shots on goal, get this thing going the other way.
Well, he's been physical throughout. Nielsen, if he would have had just a little bit more accuracy on that blast, I think he would have gone through, as I don't think Perry would have had a chance on that one. Draw's going to be in the left circle of the Grizzlies zones. We're having fun on a Saturday night. As Utah wins the draw, James Shearer skates towards the near side. Now he'll pitch it out to center ice for Jamison. Throws it between his legs and make that Cutler. Goes back over to Nielsen, who crosses center ice. Grizzlies wearing these jerseys for the first time at home, the Colorado Avalanche themed colors. As Allen, far side, feeds it across to Finley. He'll move it ahead to the Utah blue line. It's picked off by Shearer. Gains center ice, and he'll wrap it around the boards. Perry cuts it off. He's got black pads on a white jersey. As Allen back behind their net, skating from left to right. As the Americans, Massacott moves it ahead. It goes past Chad Butcher and all the way down for an icing with 6:26 left here in the first period. As Allen leads 1-0 on Mikhail Robidoux's 4th of the year that was scored 7:37 in.
Tyson, the good thing about this is the draw comes back into the Allen zone. If you can win this face-off, get some good puck movement, get a shot on goal, station somebody out in front of Perry. All it takes is a tip in front of the net to get a goal here. Just got to fire them away.
Draw on the right circles, won by the Grizzlies as Martin feeds it to the right side. Grizzlies with a righty shot, and it's blocked by Perry. Goes back to the right point from Martin. He'll feed it to Jamison. It bounced off his skate as Chad Butcher has played a ton of minutes here so far. He gets blasted in the corner by Martell. Allen still in their own zone. We're moving out to center ice. Bouncing puck. Finley's got a breakaway. He skates on left field. Righty shot. He scores. William Finley's been amazing in this series. He caught a long-range pass and had a breakaway from about the offensive blue line in. And he went low on Lucas Parikh and got it past the Utah netminder. The Americans have pumped in another one. It's a 2-0 game.
Yeah, and Tyson, that's one that Corey Thomas is going to want to have back. He just couldn't get a hand on it in the neutral zone. The puck ends up going to Finley, and he's arguably the most dangerous player on the ice for Allen. He's got a lot of speed, a lot of skill, very shifty player, and he ends up beating Parikh. 2-0 game.
It's like the puck was lifted and bounced at center ice, just bounced over the stick of Thomas, and then Finley was over on the right side, got it, and had a breakaway from the rest of the way in. Utah wins the draw. They trail 2-0 as Kyle Pouncey will move it out to center ice. It bounced off the near boards. Cutler gathers it, skates toward the left circle. Take a lefty shot that goes wide. Puck glides along the far boards, goes past Pouncey. Victor Bartley gathers it in his own zone. He'll move it ahead to Penner, or make that Pouncey. He'll throw it to Bartley on the left side. Bartley now gains center ice, left wing with speed. He'll drop it off for Penner. Across the 5-0, he'll take a righty shot, and it's blocked by Hargrove. We'll skate towards the corner. Now up ahead to McCauley. Bounced off his stick, goes deep into the Grizzlies zone. McCauley being shadowed by Pouncey. Pouncey delivers a hit. McCauley gets the puck back. He's being double-teamed. Pouncey hits him. Puck lifts into the air to the right point, over and through Gagnon, out to center ice. Gagnon to the right side, feeds it near the Grizzlies bench. Utah plays it. They'll move it ahead to the Allen blue line as it's picked up by Dalton Skelly. Now stays along the far boards, and Allen takes it away. They'll throw it to center ice for Nielsen. Nielsen will re-enter the zone. They'll throw it to the left side for Walker. Walker left circle, take a shot, and it goes wide. Boy, he didn't miss the corner by much. Nielsen on the right point, over to Walker on the left side. Walker has a puck, he'll take a shot, and it's blocked off the stick of Gagnon. As Allen skates from left to right, they lead 2-0. 2-on-3, they cross center ice. Allen gains the line. Gould gets hit. And sure, we'll move it out to Nielsen. Nielsen at his blue line will dish it across. It bounced off an Allen stick. Now rolls to the left side for Fitz. Fitz left wing will wrap it around the boards. Goes to Walker right side. I try to find Strong out in front. Strong gets tripped up as he was looking for a shot. Allen over to the near circle. Big time hit delivered by Utah. Butcher gets the puck. He's been hit a lot here so far tonight. Butcher carries it out to neutralize. He gets slashed by Fitz, no call. 2-on-2. Butcher over to Gould on the right side. Gould feeds it across. Cutler is reaching to try to get it, but Allen gathers the puck. Finley across to Butcher. Now it's the right side for Gould. Gould skates in, he'll take a shot. Saved by Maverik as Gould tried to go 5-hole on him. As Martel throws it back into the slot of the Grizzlies zone. Puck bounced off a stick. Martel at center ice gets it. As Grizzlies make a line change around him, Martel gains center ice and will bounce it off the near boards. Goes back towards Dalton Skelly behind the net. Now right side. Grizzlies will roll it around the wall. Massicott cuts it off behind Allen's net. Massicott's a big defenseman, 6'5" and 220 pounds. He'll get to Finley. Now to Bethune. Across the center ice, back to Finley. Now to the left side. Combs skates towards the left circle. Take a shot. Glove saved by Maverik. Lucas holds on. 3:36 left in the first. There's a timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well. Allen scored 13:56 in as Liam Finley gets his 21st of the season. The Americans lead 2-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Allen leads 2-0. 3:36 left in the first period. Obviously, Grizzlies wouldn't like to play from behind, but guys, it seems like the Grizzlies have had some offensive zone time here recently.
Yeah, Tyson, they have, and there's something to build upon with that. I just really feel like the Grizzlies need to play with a little bit more speed, put a little bit more pressure on Allen. It seems like the Americans have dictated the terms for the most part of this game, and I think the shot count is indicative of that. I mean, the Americans have 18 to the Grizzlies 4. The Grizzlies just need to find a way to get into the Americans' offensive zone. The perfect play isn't going to come to the Grizzlies. The Americans aren't going to let that happen. The Grizzlies just have to play your game, take shots on net, get somebody out in front. All it takes is a shot, a tip in front, what have you. Maybe a rebound comes out in front. You got to be in the right place at the right time. The Grizzlies just aren't doing that right now.
You have to like how physical the Grizzlies have played early on, and they're going to need to continue to play physical here throughout this game.
Yeah, Tyson, I think that is one good takeaway from this first period so far. Is I like the physicality and the grit that the Grizzlies have shown.
Draws give me in the left circle, and it's won by Allen. Colton Sauceman, righty shot. Pan saved by Maverik. Rebound goes out to the far corner. As Hargrove gets held up by Jamison. Hargrove battles with Jamison along the far boards. Puck ends up squirting out in front of the net. Grizzlies cut it off. Good job by Cameron Wright. Allen skates in. They shoot. They score. Boy, the puck laid in the crease, and Allen just put it away. It's now a 3-0 game. Chrome was in the area. So was Colton Hargrove. Hargrove skates to the bench first. So it looks like he scored his 19th of the season.
Well, and Tyson, I don't want to use this word, I'm going to use it. It's just sloppy. Sloppy play from the Grizzlies. You got to handle
Plinko there a little bit.
You got to handle the puck better than that. You can't play around with the puck in front of your own crease like that. Now they made him pay.
Just kind of kicked from one player to another, and then Hargrove got in a scoring chance right there in the crease and was able to put it away. Allen leads 3-0. Just kind of a good break for Allen there, and the puck just kind of was moving around there in the crease a little bit, and Grizzlies weren't able to cover it up. Grizzlies cross center ice and dump it in as Sossaman glides towards the left circle. Sure, left point, shot, and it's blocked out in front of Chase Perry. As it glides along the far boards, Gavin Gould will bounce it off of Nielsen. It's towards Allen's blue line. Allen will get it back to neutralize. So bounce it off of Justin Young. Grizzlies cross center as Pfizer backhands it deep in the Allen zone as Maverik plays it behind the net. He's got a good size-speed ratio. Maverik lifts it high into the air. Does it hit the video board? It does. So the draw's going to come back to the Allen zone. Second time this series that the puck ended up hitting the video board. I think Chris Mallory did that just for fun because that one almost hit the roof here. It looks like some pushing and shoving after the whistle. Hey, talk about that physical tone the Grizzlies need to set. It feels like they've done that. As looks like Colton Sauceman and Johnny Walker exchange some words at center ice. But really for the Grizzlies, at this point, you can't take penalties, obviously, because you're down 3-0. Details of the Allen goal that was scored 16:39 in. It's Colton Hargrove getting his 19th of the year. The assists go to Colton Sauceman. It's his second assist of the game and 19th of the season. And Hank Crone gets a point in his third straight game this series. He now has 31 assists this season. Allen has outshot Utah 20-4 as the Americans win the draw, as Robidoux will ice it, but doesn't go far enough for an icing. We get a whistle, and we get an injured player. Robidoux delivered a hit on Corey Thomas, and Thomas is on the ice as they collided along the near boards, and Thomas is the one that's down. As the trainer, Colin Lee, looks after Corey Thomas on the near side. Dylan Fitz nearby. Well, the puck was going the other way, and I don't think many people saw it, but Robidoux delivered a hit on Thomas. And hopefully Corey's going to be okay.
Yeah, Tyson, hopefully Corey Thomas is going to be able to walk up out of here on his own, but he's still down. That hit was far from the play. I mean, I don't think
the officials saw it.
I didn't see it. It was just away from the play. Hopefully he's going to be all right. So he gets an ovation here from the crowd.
Thomas gets to his feet, but unfortunately, it looks like he has to be helped off. I was hoping they'd show a replay of the hit to see, one way or another what it was or anything like that. We're going to give Robidoux the benefit of the doubt. I mean, just sometimes you hit somebody and, things happen, but Thomas is being helped off the ice. They're going to show a replay, I think. As Thomas hit Robidoux, where there wasn't anything there, Thomas hit Robidoux and then just went down.
I almost wonder if that's something with Thomas's ankle, maybe just awkwardly going into the boards like that, but it certainly wasn't the hit. He was the one who threw the hit.
Yeah. Just kind of one of those, he might have hit the boards with the part of his lower body. Hopefully he's okay. Grizzlies win the draw on their own zone. The cross center ice. Cam Strong with great speed dumps it in. Gagnon chases after it. Strong delivers a hit. It's Chad Butcher. He's played a ton of minutes here in the first period. Gets over to Jack Combs. Combs rolls it around as Allen short a couple players. As the two guys that got hit up top got hit in the face with pucks are not playing tonight. Xavier Bernard and Grant Hebert. As Allen has it in the zone, they lead 3-0. Liam Finley to the right side. Less than 2 minutes left in the first period. Hebert over to Gagnon, who gets hit by Fitz. Gagnon fires a shot, and it's blocked out in front by Pouncey. He'll move it ahead to Walker at center ice. Walker avoids a check of Gagnon and dumps it in. Liam Finley and Johnny Walker both skate towards their respective benches. Finley faked an elbow towards Walker as Walker skates off the ice. Allen has it deep in their own zone. 1.5 minutes left in the first. They lead 3-0. They've outshot the Grizzlies 20-4. As Allen over towards the far side. They'll lift it out to center ice. Hargrove gathers the puck, or did he? Didn't gather it. Sure moves it ahead. As Gagnon will throw it to the far side as Hank Crone falls down on his own. Pass out to Shearer in the Grizzlies zone. Now Martell gathers it. They'll skate towards the right side. Martell still in his own zone. He'll drop it off for Shearer in one of the circles. He'll feed it back to the far circle for Nilsson. Nilsson throws a cross-ice pass that bounced off the stick of Hargrove. Would have been a delayed offside, so Martell will let Allen take it. As Allen skates down the middle. As Dalton Skelly crosses center ice, gains the line, gets around Robidoux, but offside around the Americans with 51.5 seconds left in the first. They changed an assist on the third goal that Allen scored. Originally was given to Colton Sauceman. They've changed that and given it to Colby McCauley, who gets his 6th assist of the season. Sauceman just has 1 assist here tonight instead of 2. Guy Chiarenza will go over all the scoring and stuff from the first period here during the first intermission. As a draw won by the Grizzlies. Utah gets over to Aaron Tho, who moves out to center ice. A big-time hit delivered by Robidoux on Tho. Tho gets back to his feet. Bryson Martin yelling at Robidoux as the puck's deep in the Allen zone. As over towards the nearest circle, left point, Tho skates out like a lefty shot. And saved by Perry. Boy, Robideau almost lit up, though. Tho pushes Robideau in the back. Luckily, Tho from the side of his vision was able to see Robideau and avoid the check. And a little bit of words being exchanged out in front of Chase Perry after the whistle. Tho's upset at Robideau. That's at least the second hit that he put on him during that shift. As Tho took the shot, luckily saw Robideau, stopped and avoided him.
And I think at some point, Tyson, somebody's probably going to go out and fight Robideau, or at least lay a big hit on him.
It looks like Tho's going to get a penalty for pushing Robideau in the back after the whistle. Tho can't believe it. Less than 2 minutes left in the first period. He's going to skate to the locker room. Tho's shot was the fifth taken by Utah tonight. As one of the referees, Sam Heidemann, signaling to both benches. Good crowd here on a Saturday night, first Black History night in Grizzlies team history. Looks like Robideau is going to walk to the locker room as well. Wouldn't surprise me if Robideau got a misconduct of some kind. Going to skate 4-on-4. So Tho and Robideau get 2 minutes for roughing. There's less than 2 minutes left here in the first period, so both guys go to the locker room. Grizzlies win the neutral zone draw. Victor Bartley will back it out into his own zone. Maybe the open ice can help Utah get on the board here late in the first period or early in the second. Pfizer gains center ice with great speed. Pfizer to the right side, skates towards the corner. Pfizer stops, avoids a check of Maverik. Pfizer gets the puck back. He's in the far side, stops in the corner, gets it poked away by Sauceman. Puck rolls out to center ice. Less than 10 seconds left. Cutler, neutral ice, will dump it into the Rio Tinto sign along the end wall. Sauceman collides with Cutler. 2 seconds left. A big-time hit delivered by Hargrove. Bartley goes over there to push Hargrove. And that will do it for one period here at Maverik Center. A very, very physical period, and I imagine it's only going to get more physical. As Brandon Cutler with a push of Colton Sauceman. Well, you feel like the two referees have their work cut out for him here tonight. Already have. It's kind of amazing with as physical as the first period was that we didn't see more power plays on either side. But a frustrating first period for the Grizzlies, who were outshot 20-5, and the Americans scored 3 goals. Both teams will slowly cease and desist and head to the locker room as Allen leads Utah 3-0. When we come back in 2 minutes, Guy Chiarenza will recap the first period and we'll also talk some hockey as to what the Grizzlies need to do to come back in this one. The Rio Tinto intermission report starts in 2 minutes on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. First intermission. The Americans lead 3-0. Guy Chiarenza, what happened in the first 20 minutes of play?
Well, Tyson, I think the first period is one that the Grizzlies would like to have back. It started out 7 minutes and 37 seconds into the first period. It was Robideau getting his 4th of the season, and that was assisted by Saucerman in gold. And it was just one of those plays where they screened Maverik, they got a tip out in front, and they ended up getting a goal out of it, and that made it a 1-0 game. After that, 13 minutes and 56 seconds into the period, Allen made it a 2-0 game on a goal from Liam Finley. It was a breakaway goal. Corey Thomas had a chance to glove down the puck in the neutral zone, just couldn't get a hand on it, and Finley was off and running, and he ends up cashing in. That was assisted by Combs and Massacott. And then, to make matters worse, 16 minutes and 39 seconds into the period, it was a 3-0 game after a goal from Colton Hargrove. That's his 19th of the season. That was assisted by McCauley and Crone. Allen was 0 for 2 on the power play, so the Grizzlies penalty kill did do some good work, but Utah themselves did not get on the power play despite a physical first period. But I think the thing that really stands out, Tyson, is the shots are 20-5 in favor of Allen. Dylan Fitz has 3 shots for the Grizzlies, so he's got over half of the total for the entire team. But Tyson, that's a period that the Grizzlies would like to have back.
So Fitz had 3 shots. Tho had 1. That was late in the period when he avoided the check of Robideau and fired away. That was Utah's 5th shot. And Johnny Walker had 1 shot in the first period. 2 of the 3 goals, hard to realize. I mean, Robideau's goal was one where, puck bounced off his knee and ended up in the back of the net on a Saucerman shot from the point. It's one of those where it's just like, all right, kind of a tough luck thing for the Grizzlies, but Allen, got on the board. Not much Maverik could have done there, because as you said, he was probably screened there, and usually on those redirections, you're going to have to almost move and anticipate where the puck's going to end up. And so then that second goal, was one of those weird plays. Puck was in Allen's corner. They threw it out to center ice and kind of lifted a little bit. It bounced it around center ice and just went over the stick of Corey Thomas, who couldn't corral it. But Liam Finley was in the right place at the right time and the right side. Got it at neutral ice, and from about his offensive blue line in, had a breakaway and went low on Maverik and scored. Then Hargrove made it a 3-0 game later on in the first period. So it's just one of those where, the Grizzlies were very physical in the first period. In fact, the hits, Utah 16 to Allen 6, according to the off-ice officials. Allen had more giveaways in the first period than Utah. Allen had 7, and Utah had 5. Face-offs, Utah won that battle, 11-7. Scoring chances, Allen had 11, and Utah had 2. Even though we always talked about how Lucas Maverik might be a better goaltender with the more action he sees. But, 2 of those 3 goals, breakaway, obviously, those are going to score sometimes. The redirections. Trying to remember how Hargrove scored his goal. That might have just been one of those. Oh, that was the one out in front.
Yeah.
Puck just that was kind of another weird play. It was just behind the net. Then it ended up in the crease. It bounced off of like a stick and 2 skates and then rolled towards Hargrove, who was all alone in the crease. And really, the only thing the Grizzlies could have done different on that play is maybe pushed him out of the crease and boxed him out a little bit. But obviously, Allen's got some size, and Hargrove, not only is he a skilled player who scores a lot of goals, but he's 6'2", 205 pounds, and really does a good job utilizing his size. And so all 3 of Allen's goals were just kind of more odd-looking plays. It wasn't like they set up in the offensive zone, threw 4 passes, and then found the open guy and scored on a one-time or anything like that. It was just kind of 3 odd-looking plays that Allen scored on, and really the Americans all series. You got to tip your hat. They're playing outstanding hockey right now. And really for the Grizzlies, how do you change the momentum? Like you could tell coming into play, set a physical tone, and it looked like they did that. But they find themselves down 3-0. And I think the thing that's maybe discouraging for some Grizzlies fans is you think about playing so great the previous 3 weeks. Sweeping Rapid City last week, 2 weeks ago, winning 2 out of 3 games against Tulsa. Then I'm winning, before that, winning 2 out of 3 games against Idaho. So the Grizzlies came into this series playing great hockey, and I think more than anything, you just got to tip your hat to Allen. They're playing well. The Grizzlies just going to have to find a way to just keep battling. because I think that's really the only thing you can do. You just gotta have to keep battling, take one shift at a time, and keep hacking away and see if you can cut into this lead.
Yeah, Tyson, and I think the biggest takeaway for me is you mentioned earlier about how good the Grizzlies were in the month of January. They were great. They were fantastic, and it really looked like they had turned a corner on the season. They were ready to make a playoff run, compete for a playoff spot, and now here we are. If you told me that these two teams were the hottest teams in the division, maybe in the league coming into tonight, into Wednesday's game, I don't think I would have believed you after seeing those two performances. The Grizzlies just looked flat in those two games, and the Americans just played their game. They're very calculated, methodical about it, and they came away with the win and because of that. And I think in a game like this, I think the key is that you mentioned earlier that the Americans have had just really weird goals, unconventional goals. And I think that's because they're taking advantage of the chances that the Grizzlies are giving them. The Americans, we see right here that they've had 7 giveaways. The Grizzlies have had their chances to take a puck away from them. They just haven't been capitalizing on any of the chances that they've been given. And it almost looks like the Grizzlies are trying to set up the perfect play. They're trying to move the puck around and maybe get that perfect shooting lane. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen against a team like Allen. They're just a too tightly knit unit. They're really good at their scheme. They're really good at what they do. You're going to have to make them play outside of their comfort zone, force some turnovers. You can't let them keep setting up that scheme or else you're not going to win.
Grizzlies are going to be on the power play to start the second period. As Colton Hargrove got an interference minor 20 minutes into the first period. So after the buzzer sounded, Hargrove got a penalty. And so the Grizzlies will be on the power play. I think it might be a 4-on-3 power play to start the second period. And that can obviously be the start of the momentum change here in the final 2 periods of play. Got a busy slate of games in the league tonight. Almost everybody's in action. Maine defeats Newfoundland 5-2. Newfoundland an outstanding team, but it's not their night. Maine's had a pretty good year. They're 25-13, 1-1 on the season. Trois-Rivières defeats Jeff Carr's Norfolk Admirals 3-2. Indy over Kansas City 6-3. So that's big for both Utah and Allen as that Kansas City loses. I think Kansas City, if I remember right, is tied with Allen in the standings. Kansas City 41 standings points. So did the Allen Americans. That's what makes these games big. Is you look at the race from 2 to 6 in the Mountain Division. Well, Kansas City's already lost. So if Allen wins and holds on to the 3-0 lead, they will take over third place in the Mountain Division. I mean, Rapid City is in action as well, and Rapid City is taking on Wichita. But Rapid City is down 5-2 early in the third period. So this is big for Allen because of victory. Kansas City's already lost. Rapid City's down by 3 in the third period. Allen will take over third place by themselves in the Mountain Division for the victory tonight.
Yeah, Tyson, and as you mentioned, the Allen Americans are at third, but it's a 3-way tie for that third place spot. I mean, Allen's got 41 points, so does Kansas City. Rapid City's playing tonight. They also have 41. But, I mean, look at the Grizzlies. They're only 2 points back of that. They've got 39 points. If the Grizzlies come out and get a win here today, they also have 41 points. And then you'd have potentially a 4-way tie for that third spot. And so these points are so big. These are points that the Grizzlies can't leave on the table. They came out and they swept Rapid City, and they got really close to competing for that spot. And now you think about the Grizzlies potentially getting swept here by Allen. That just essentially reverses everything that you did last week. So you let a team like the Allen Americans catch you in the standings and pass you in the standings. If you're the Grizzlies, that's enough motivation for me to come out of the locker room this second period and give everything that you've got, because it's going to take everything that you've got. It's going to take all that passion, all the skill. It's going to take everything to win this game.
And remember, the Grizzlies don't play till next Friday, where they start a 2-game series with the Rapid City Rush at the Monument. It's the last game of a 6-game homestand. The Grizzlies will be on the road for 6 straight games. 2 games against Rapid City on Friday and Saturday nights. Then the Grizzlies will be at Greenville on February 15th, at Savannah on February 17th, and then they'll play 2 games over in Orlando on February 19th and 20th. Don't forget the Grizzlies' next homestand will be a 3-game set against the same Allen Americans team. So these are big standings points, not only this series, but the series in late February here at Maverik Center, as the Americans will be in town again. And obviously these are standings points that you're not going to get back if you lose them. And so, you think about the Grizzlies and really what they got to do here in the next 2 periods. They're just going to keep chipping it away and see if they can find a way to climb back into this game. And they will be on the power play to start the second period. Other games in action tonight. Just thinking about Kansas City losing kind of got me sidetracked a little bit, but it is big for both Utah and Allen that Kansas City has lost a couple games this week. Greenville defeats Jacksonville 2-0. Former Grizzly Miles Gendron was a +2 for Greenville tonight. Fort Wayne over Kalamazoo 4-2. Late third period, Florida and Orlando are tied at 4 goals apiece. Reading over Adirondack 6-1. Atlanta defeats Savannah 7-3. Utah will face Savannah for a game later in February. South Carolina defeats Worcester 3-1. Looks like Iowa with a 7-2 victory over the Wheeling Nailers. So Iowa picks up their 9th victory of the season. 15 minutes left in the third. Toledo and Cincinnati are tied at 3. Second intermission over at BOK Center. Idaho and Tulsa are tied at 2. And early third period, Wichita leads Rapid City 5-2. When we come back, we'll give you some scores from around the world of sports as it's first intermission here at Maverik Center, and Allen leads Utah 3-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
First intermission here at Maverik Center. Allen leads Utah 3-0. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza. It was nice to get some food here during the intermission.
Yeah, Tyson, it is, and I'm sad because it's the last game of the homestand, and I love being up here at top of Section 114. Hear the crowd, all the Grizzlies fans, and a special shout-out to Nick Hayes for, of course, bringing us some food before the game and some refreshments. So big thank you to Nick Hayes, and also a birthday shout-out for John Carrick, his husband, and, hey, Nick's been a season ticket holder for 8 years, so thank you for being with us for 8 seasons. And Grizzlies fans, man, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. They're the best in the league.
The Grizzlies fans showing up here tonight. Good crowd here on a Saturday evening. As the Grizzlies take on the Allen Americans for the 6th time this season. Utah is 2-3 against Allen this year. Did you watch the NHL All-Star game tonight? That was certainly a lot of fun. And hey, don't worry, Julie. We'll stop chit-chatting here and get back to talking Grizzlies hockey here later on during the intermission. But the All-Star game was a lot of fun today. The Atlantic Division ended up winning the NHL All-Star festivities, the 3-on-3 tournament. And I think if you're the Grizzlies, forget about the Grizzlies. The NHL All-Star game, it was interesting seeing Stuart Skinner in there because Skinner played 7 games against the Grizzlies. He's now a member of the Edmonton Oilers. His record against the Grizzlies was 1-5-1. You think about it, December 17th of 2019, the Grizzlies lit him up for 8 goals. In Allen, Ty Lewis had 4 of those goals, and Tim McGauley had 6 assists. And, you think about, the amazing performance there. Stuart Skinner, he was a good goaltender for Wichita, but I don't think anybody would have thought less than 3 years after that game in late December of 2019, he'd find himself, or maybe it's 3.5 years later now, he finds himself in the NHL All-Star game. So you just never know. Logan Thompson, the former he's a former ECHL goaltender. He was in the All-Star game as well. So you just never know who's going to end up emerging 4 years from now. Could it be Trent Miner? Could it be somebody else? Could it be somebody on the Allen side? Maybe it's somebody else that we've seen earlier this season. Idaho's had some good goaltending this year as well. You just never know what you're going to see in the NHL 3 years from now. Could end up seeing some guys you're seeing on the ice here tonight.
Yeah, Tyson, it just goes to show with hard work, dedication, you put your heart and soul into your game and you work to improve. You can go anywhere. You can make it to the NHL. You can go from ECHL to NHL just like that.
A little bit of luck along the way as well. But I think it's going to be interesting to see, the futures of some of these players. And that's kind of one of the fun things about, guys who had played in previous years kind of figuring out where they are now because you just never know. I mean, you think about the story of Hayden Hodgson, who was with the Grizzlies 2 years ago in the second half of the season. He had 6 goals in like 26 games. A year later, he was on an AHL tryout at training camp. Not only makes the team, scores 18 goals for Lehigh Valley, and towards the end of the season gets a call up. The Flyers were rebuilding a little bit and were having a tough season. Before you know it, Hayden Hodgson, 1 year is playing for the Grizzlies, and the next year he's in a Philadelphia Flyers uniform scoring goals. So you just never know. I mean, if you would have said there was going to be a player from that team make it to the NHL, I'm not sure Hodgson's the first guy you mentioned, but, caught a break there, played well, found a role in the AHL, and, before you knew it, he was in the NHL.
And sometimes all it takes is just one chance. You make a statement, you make a bold claim on that chance. You go out and you prove all your doubters wrong. You got a chance to go out and do something special, and it looks like a guy like Hodgson is able to go out and do just that. So it can happen to anybody. You just got to put in the hard work.
When we come back in 2 minutes, we'll have second period action as Allen leads 3-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza. A lot of fun stuff at the Grizzlies team store. I know they got some special stuff there tonight. I actually got me a jersey hoodie, which actually looks like the jersey that the Grizzlies are wearing tonight. It's got a hood in the back, and, it's a sharp look.
This is awesome.
It runs a little bit small, so I might need to get a couple extra workouts in for the thing to really fit me. But it's a great look, as that's at the Grizzlies team store. In fact, all the Grizzlies jerseys they've worn this year, not only can you get a Grizzlies jersey, but you can get a jersey hoodie, which is a little bit more affordable, and it's also very comfortable.
This is pretty cool. I like this material. It's like a nice polyester blend. Really nice. Hey, that's really cool.
I got it at the Grizzlies team store. So much fun stuff there. You can even get a shirt that's misspelled at the Grizzlies team store. You can get hats, T-shirts, souvenir pucks, and all sorts of good stuff at the Grizzlies team store. They've got some special stuff there for Black History Night and some special stuff at the concourse as well, as the Grizzlies are back on the ice, and we'll see if they'll bounce back here in the second period, down 3-0. Hopefully everybody goes out to the Grizzlies team store because there's so much good stuff there. But the Grizzlies right now are 3-2 on the homestand. They swept Rapid City last week. And, Allen won the first 2 games of this series. Allen outshot Utah 20-5 in the first period. But, Guy, there were some positives. I mean, the Grizzlies did win the face-off battle 11-7. The Grizzlies really set a physical tone. They out-hit Allen 16-6. Allen had more giveaways in the first period. And so I think for the Grizzlies here in the next 20 minutes, you just have to keep playing hockey, keep playing hard, and you hope that hard work will pay off in a couple goals here in the second period.
Yeah, Tyson, I agree with that. And I think it's going to take a lot of hard work to get the Grizzlies back into this game and potentially win it. Down 3-0, you got 40 minutes to play. There's plenty of time to come back into this game. I think if you're the Grizzlies, you have to get the next goal. And it doesn't have to be flashy. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It doesn't have to be on Sports Center the next day. It can be a tip in out in front. It can be a cash in on a rebound. Heck, anything. As long as it goes into the back of the net, that would make it a 3-1 game, and you can take that momentum, and you can take it for the rest of the game. But while we're on the topic of momentum, I think somebody's got to come out here and at least lay a hit, or best case scenario, get in a fight. This crowd, they're ready for something awesome to happen, and a fight would do just that.
Grizzlies are on the power play for the first 2 minutes of the second period. Robidoux and Aaron Tho are in the box. They're serving roughing minors. They've got 1:28 left in that. But Allen's got another guy in the penalty box. Is Colton Hargrove at the very end of the first period. Got an interference minor. And so Utah's on a 4-on-3 power play to start the second period. So you think about, 4-on-4, ice opens up a little bit. 4-on-3, especially with a guy like Andrew Nilsson, as dangerous as he is, not only with the shot, but with the pass. I could expect Andrew Nilsson to either take a shot from the right side or get it to Taryn Pfizer and give him an open look. Watch out for those two. Brandon Cutler and Cameron Wright out there as well. Big thing for the Grizzlies, win the initial faceoff, set things up offensively, because with that four-man unit they got out there, I think they can at least find themselves 2 or 3 open looks here on the power play.
Yeah, Tyson, I would agree with that. And I think right now, these 4 guys are the best guys that the Grizzlies have.
Grizzlies win the faceoff as Cutler throws over to Nilsson. Utah skating from left to right as we see it from high top section 114. Nilsson over to Cutler across the center ice. Cutler gains the offensive line, drops it off for Nilsson in the left point. Nilsson all alone. He gets to Pfizer in the far corner. Pfizer surveys. Now he throws it up top for Nilsson. Nilsson over to Wright. Wright will switch places with Nilsson. Right over to the left side. He'll feed it to the corner for Pfizer. Pfizer will switch places with Wright. Pfizer's now on the left point. Now Pfizer skates towards his right. He's just outside the right circle. Now to Nilsson. Nilsson in the high slot. He'll take a lefty shot and it goes high off the glass. Allen gets it. They try to clear it out. Pfizer to the right side uses his body to keep it in. Now he throws to Cutler. Back up top for Pfizer. Pfizer skates down the middle. Now he feeds it to the right side for Cutler. Cutler will switch places with Nilsson. Now he's in the high slot. Cutler over to Nilsson. He fakes a one-timer, skates towards his left. Nilsson over to the left side. Grizzlies patient with their approach. Pfizer switches places with Nilsson. Fans yell to them to shoot. Pfizer to the right side. Now he's in the circle over to right. One-timer, and it goes high off the glass. Went over the crossbar. Utah feeds it back to Nilsson. Now to Cutler on the left side. Cutler over on the point. Just outside the circle, skates out. They got lefty shot, and it goes high. Nilsson to the right side, keeps it in. As Nilsson over to the high slot, gets over to Wright. Wright takes a righty shot, and it's blocked by Maverik. He clears it out to center. Doe and Robidoux are both out of the penalty box. We're skating 5-on-4 as Utah. Robidoux to the corner. He gets tripped up by Wright. No call. And now we got a penalty. Who's it going to be on? Fans cheer, but I think the play stopped when Pfizer touched it up. Wright's holding his face. High sticking is going to be the call. Robidoux drops his head because he knows the penalty's on him. So Robidoux goes right back to the penalty box. Grizzlies will have a 5-on-3 for 21 seconds, and then we'll have a 5-on-4 after that.
Well, Tyson, Robidoux was a free man for about 10 seconds, and now he's headed back into the slammer, and he's not too happy about it. But if you're the Grizzlies, this is a perfect chance to get back into the game.
But they didn't trip him there, and then they both dove for the puck as it went to the corner. And then Robidoux hit Wright with a high stick, and he didn't mean to do it. He didn't see Wright's face there. He was just going for the puck. Kind of a tough break for Robidoux, but he gets a high sticking minor. 1 minute, 39 seconds into the second period. As Allen leads 3-0, but the Grizzlies have a 5-on-3 power play. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Utah's done a great job in the circle tonight. Pfizer on the right side, fakes a shot. He's tied with Wright for the club lead with 12 goals. Nilsson over to Cutler on the right side, back to Pfizer. He fakes a one-timer, nudges it over to Cutler, his junior teammate with the Victoria Royals. Now back to Pfizer. Pfizer to the right side, feeds it across it, bounced off an American. Justin Young will hit it off of Nilsson. As Hargrove's out of the penalty box. Utah still on the power play, but it's now a 5-on-4 man advantage. Turnover, Hargrove at neutral ice. Skates towards the left circle, take a lefty shot. Saved by Preek. Preek drops it to move it on. Oh, but the referee blew the whistle. Preek can't believe it. Preek thought he dropped the puck in time to keep the play moving, but the referee blew the whistle, stopped the play, and Preek's upset because that means it's going to be a face-off in the Grizzly zone. He thought he dropped it in time to move the play along.
Hey, Tyson, I thought he did too. He only had that puck in his glove for about a second, and then he dropped it. I mean, he never really looked like he had any intentions of holding on to it.
Draw is going to be in the Grizzly zone. Utah wins it. As Victor Bartley gets it, Utah will set things up as Bartley skates down the middle in his own zone, throws it to center ice for the Rooster. Out to the left side, taken away is Jack Combs, who clears it out. Right behind his net. We'll give it to Bartley. Bartley wearing number 42. He'll move it ahead towards Martell. Goes past him and past Jamison. Kicked off his stick. No icing. A Sossaman feeds it to the right side. Fitz gathers it along the boards. Fitz feeds it to the right circle. Now Fitz tries to skate after. He takes a shot. Saved by Perry. It looked like Fitz, the puck was gliding towards the net. Split a double team, got the puck, and then fired a shot. But Perry made the save. As there's 55 seconds left in Utah's power play. 17-16 left in the second. Allen still leads 3-0, but the Grizzlies playing with some energy here.
Yeah, Tyson, I like that energy, and I like that play by Dylan Fitz to drive to the net. I think if the Grizzlies want to make something happen, they're going to have to get out in front of Perry and really make him work to make a save.
Perry's been a hot goaltender as of late. He's the reigning league goaltender of the week. He played well on Sunday as well. He's got a .940 save percentage on the season in 8 games. So he's been outstanding. Walker will take the face-off against Jared Bethune. Bethune has 4 goals in 40 games this season. He goes back and forth from a defensive and forward role. Allen wins the draw. Chris Mallory clears it out. Right behind his net. About 3 minutes into the second period. He'll move it as Grizzlies get it over to Nielsen. He'll nudge it to Brandon Cutler across the center ice. Cutler gains the line. Left point. Spins it along the wall. Hits a stanchion. Rolls back to the right side. Cameron Wright. Puck ends up lifting high into the air. Chris Mallory bats it all the way deep into the Grizzlies zone. Break skates towards the corner. Allen will get a couple fresh skaters out there. 16:45 and counting left in the second. 22 seconds left in the power play. Pfizer at neutral ice will drive it around the boards. Spins towards Johnny Walker. Cutting it off is Ryan Gagnon, who's played well this weekend. He battles with Cutler. Walker over there as well. Cameron Wright. Grizzlies spin it along the near side. Pfizer on the right point cuts it off. He'll fire towards the net. Mallory blocks it. Now Colby McCauley moves it out to center ice. Pfizer skates over there, gets there before Mallory, and dumps it in. Allen is back at full strength as Robidoux a free man again. Gagnon spins it towards the far side. Robidoux chases after. He's got decent speed, but he'll skate towards the bench. Icing is called, though, so Robidoux is going to have to come back on the ice. So 16:10 left in the second period. Both teams have taken one shot here so far. And really for the Grizzlies, with all that power play time, you wish you would have gotten more than one shot officially on Chase Perry.
Yeah, Tyson, and the Grizzlies did do some good things on that power play, but they just didn't have enough possession in the zone. They were kind of losing the puck a little bit, and Allen wasn't giving them a whole lot. But there was some stuff to build upon with that.
Tyler Penner will take the draw against Colton Hargrove. Penner, the Grizzlies Iron Man, plays college hockey at Colgate. Draw goes between the Grizzlies defensemen and back in the Utah zone. Bartley over to Pouncey. Pouncey at neutral ice loses it. Hargrove at neutral ice. Hits Cam Strong in the face with a stick. That's going to be a penalty. Cam Strong hit with a high stick, and it's going to be a penalty on the Americans. So Utah's going to go back on the power play with 15:54 left in the second period. As Colton Hargrove gets 2 minutes for high sticking. Have you or someone you know? No, it's on the Grizzlies. Kyle Pouncey's going to the box. Wait a minute. Didn't Cam Strong get hit with a high stick? Well, 2 minutes for slashing, and then it was like he got hit with the slash, and then the next action was Strong getting hit with a high stick. They called one penalty, but not 2 of them. So it's Allen that's on a power play instead of Utah. Drawing the Grizzlies zone. Utah gets it. James Shearer spins along the boards. It didn't go very far as they hit the referee. Crone over towards Combs. He'll whip it back to the right corner. It's Hargrove. We'll get it over to Combs. He's at the far goal line. Combs goes to Hargrove just outside the right circle. Now up top for Sossaman. Sossaman in the high slot skates towards his right. Now feed it across to Crone. Crone down the middle. Feeds it to the right side for Combs. Now sending pass shot and a score. As Hargrove fed Jack Combs out to the left side. Combs was all alone and just fired away as Preek was over on the other side of the net. So that will make it a 4-0 hockey game as Allen has 4 goals on 22 shots.
Well, Tyson, this was just surgical, just precision, tic-tac-toe from the Americans. Wide open Combs. Grizzlies were just scrambling, trying to get to their man, but Combs was wide open, and he finishes off the play, and right, it's a 4-0 hockey game.
Crone to Hargrove to Combs to the back of the net. Tic-tac-toe. Allen leads 4-0. So Jack Combs gets his 24th goal of the season. Hank Crone, his second assist of the game. He's got 32 this year, and Colton Hargrove with an assist. As puck ended up in the Allen zone, we get a whistle. We're going to get another penalty. This time it's going to be on the Americans. As Gavin Gould skates towards the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. Holding the stick, I think, might be signaled by the referee.
This game is starting to look a lot like the second period that we saw last night, where we seemed like we had a laundry list of penalties. We're not only 5 minutes into this period.
And Gavin Gould held the stick of Jordan Martell. So the Grizzlies are on the power play. It's a 4-0 game. We had a lot of penalties in the second period last night, kind of feeling like we're on that sort of path here early in the second period tonight.
Well, Groundhog Day was only a couple days ago.
That's true. That stupid thing saw its shadow again. We're going to get 6 weeks of winter anyway.
Oh, boy.
Pfizer wins the face-off, right side. And so skate over to the left side. One-timer kick save by Perry. That shot was taken by Cutler. Cutler on the left side. Over to Walker. Walker battles with Gagnon. Utah feeds it out in front. Bethune picks it off. Americans. Kobe McCauley will rocket it off the near wall as Andrew Nilsson in the Grizzlies zone will pitch it out to Pfizer. Pfizer still in the Grizzlies zone. They'll skate towards the far side. They'll feed it across to Nilsson. Andrew's got 20 power play points this season. Ahead to right. It glanced off his stick, rolls into the Allen zone. Ryan Gagnon will feed it back the other way. As Preek behind his net will give it to Nilsson. 1:15 and counting left in the Grizzlies power play as Gavin Gould's in the box. 2 minutes for holding the stick. 4:44 in. As Pfizer gains the line, he'll feed it to the left point for Walker. He's got 5 power play goals this season. Now to the right side for Nilsson. Up top for Cutler. He's all alone. I tries to find Pfizer out in front. The one-time tap off Pfizer's stick goes wide. Allen's Chris Mallory clears it out. Preek feed it towards Pfizer. It goes past him to center ice. Right gets it. Right wing. He'll skate over across the line. He'll throw it to the left side for Martin. I tried to feather it across and didn't hit anything as it glides along the near boards. Liam Finley gathers it. Left side. Finley feeds it to the corner. As taking it back is Utah's Bryson Martin. 4-0 Americans. 30 seconds left in the power play. As Martin ahead to Martell. Martell gains the line, skates towards the left circle, stops near the boards, feeds it up top for Martin. Martin back to Martell, taken away by Sauceman. He'll throw it to center ice. It bounced off the stick of Martin and glides towards the near boards. Fitz gathers it, and he'll spin it along the wall. Sauceman feeds it out to center ice. Sauceman gets blasted by Jordan Martell. The fans love that. Puck deep in the Grizzlies zone. Sauceman will skate off the ice. It doesn't look like he was affected too much as Martell crosses center ice. That'll do it for the power play. Martell toe drag shot. Glove saved by Perry. As Martell took that shot from the slot. Utah's up to 8 shots, 3 of them here in the second period. Allen has taken 2 shots here so far in the second. Allen has made it a 4-0 game as they score even strength with Jack Combs getting his 24th of the year. The Americans 4 and the Grizzlies nothing. This is Utah Grizzlies hockey presented by Rio Tinto.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
.15 left in the second period. Allen leads Utah 4-0. The Americans have goals from Mikael Robidoux, Liam Finley, Colton Hargrove, and Jack Combs. Combs has 1 goal and 1 assist, and so does Hargrove. Hank Crone has 2 assists tonight. Draw's going to be in the left circle of the Allen zone. Grizzlies win the draw. Brandon Cutler skates around Allen's net looking for the wraparound and lost the puck. Make that Aaron Tho, number 28. Simeone in the area. Puck glides towards Bryson Martin. Left side eye trying to kick it out in front. It bounced off the pads of Perry. Simeone, right point, keeps the puck in the zone as he'll spin it along. Tyler Penner on the left side gets it. He gets pushed along the glass. Simeone, wearing number 24, will wrap it around the boards. Utah over there. Cam Strong in the corner as the referee jumps out of the way of Strong. Strong dancing around in the corner. He's got great speed and quickness. Over to Simeone. He's along the near wall. He gets the puck poked away out to center ice. Hank Crone gathers. He's got 2 assists tonight. Crone, 2 goals, 1 assist last night. Over to Hargrove. Take a shot and he scores. That was a rocket by Hargrove. His second of the game, and Garrett Metcalf is going to replace Lucas Preek as the Americans have taken a 5-0 lead.
Well, that was just a heck of a shot from Hargrove.
Garrett Metcalf has gotten off the bench. He's putting his helmet on, and we're going to have a goaltender change here at Maverik Center. As Americans 5 goals on 23 shots as Lucas Preek is being replaced by Garrett Metcalf. Metcalf last night stopped 24 of 30. This will be his 11th appearance this season. He's got a record of 7-3 with a 3.62 goals against average and .896 save percentage. Metcalf, the native of Salt Lake City, Utah, is 6'4" and 196 pounds. Looks even taller than that. As Hank Crone now has 3 assists tonight. And Kobe McCauley gets his 2nd assist of the evening as well. Time of the Allen goal, 7:29 into the second period. It's the Americans 5 and the Grizzlies nothing. Utah gets out to center ice after winning the faceoff. Grizz, Victor Bartley, left point, shot, kick saved by Perry. Now Martel gets it right side, shot, it's the side of the net. And Utah skates towards the far side, over in the corner. Utah gets over to Bartley, one-timer, kick saved by Perry. Jamison over behind the net to Martel. Martel gets pushed. As Wright battles as well. Wright gets pushed by Golly. Wright gets tripped by Golly, no call. As Gavin Gould stops before he gets to the corner in the Grizzlies zone. As Allen gets knocked down. Robidoux on the right side. He'll roll it back around to Bethune, who's around the net. He'll skate towards the far corner. He looks to center to Robidoux, who's skating the other way. It bounced off the Golly stick and goes out to neutral ice. Grizzlies fit in the line changes. Golly will back it out into his own zone. Now across to Gagnon, over to Golly. Fans stop their feet and take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. Gavin Gould skates towards the far side. Now across to Gagnon. As Gagnon towards the near side. We'll move it ahead to neutral ice. It goes past Liam Finley. Gagnon gets his own pass, and he'll throw it back to Golly. Dalton Golly, Gally, his last name, crosses center ice and moves it ahead towards Chad Butcher. Grizzlies get it. Kyle Pouncey will throw it behind Gagnon. No icing as Gagnon in the far corner avoids a check of Penner. Gagnon towards the near side. Will bouncing off the boards for Combs. He's had a great game. Combs loses the puck as Nilsson gathers it. No feed it across off the far boards. Allen makes a line change. Cross ice pass to Penner. Penner skates into the right circle. Penner fires a sharp angled shot. Bounces off of Perry's pads. Rolls towards the left side. Fires with a shot, and it's blocked by Sossaman. He'll move it ahead to Combs. Combs dishes to Finley. Finley skates over the line. He'll skate towards the middle. Finley fakes it. Now he'll skate toward the right circle. Take a shot. Saved by Metcalf. And Garrett holds on as he crowded with his body with 10:35 left in the second. It's Americans 5 and the Grizzlies nothing. Really, you just got to give Allen so much credit for the way they've been playing in this series.
Yeah, Tyson, they played a really good game, and they've played the game their way. They've dictated the terms. That's why we've gotten the results that we've gotten.
As the draw won by Allen. They trying to kick it to Robidoux out in front of the net, and it kicked off a Grizzly stick. Robidoux in the corner. As he collides with Cam Strong. Robidoux gets pushed into the corner by Strong. Puck ends up with Justin Young. Young collides with Strong. Robidoux gets pushed in the back by Martin. Now Robidoux gets hit once again. Robidoux, we got a fight! Robidoux and Aaron Tho. As Tho gets in the right. Tho holds up Robidoux. Robidoux gets in 2, 3, 4 less. And Tho will get in the left. He'll push Robidoux along the boards and drag Robidoux to the ice. 10-12 left in the second period. About halfway through the scheduled 60 minutes. Aaron Tho fights Mikhail Robidoux. Both guys will skate to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. Both guys will get 5 minutes for fighting.
Well, they've got the crowd on their feet. Everybody's standing here, and Aaron Tho gives them something to cheer about. Maybe the Grizzlies can take this momentum and turn it into a goal.
I think that was kind of brewing from them throwing their bodies around each other late in the first period.
Tyson, for sure. I mean, Robidoux has been a thorn in the Grizzlies' side throughout the entire series, really, and it was only a matter of time before he found himself in the midst of a fight.
Did you see her chug that beer there on the video board? That was impressive.
That was pretty quick. That was a good one.
Both guys pushed each other in the corner. It was Cam Strong getting physical with them, and then Tho and Robidoux threw their bodies around. Both guys said, let's go, and Tho tried to get a couple blows in before Robidoux officially dropped his gloves. Tho tried to get a couple rights, and then Robidoux pounded away with about 4 lefts. And Robidoux got about 5th left in, and then Tho threw him towards the boards, and then eventually knocked him down. And a kid in the first row in a Charlie Conway jersey was getting fired up as well. Tho's going to get an extra 2 minutes, though, as Allen will be on the power play. It's the Americans 5 and the Grizzlies nothing. 10-12 left in the second. Drop. Looks like Tho gets an extra 2 for instigation as Allen wins the face-off. Hank Crone to the left side, back up top for Sossaman. Sossaman fakes a shot. He'll skate towards his right. He'll feed it to Hargrove. Now back to Sossaman. He'll get it to Crone on the left side. Crone drifts towards the left circle. Now he gets to Combs behind the net. Combs back to Crone. Crone takes a shot and it's blocked by Fitz. Puck ends up back with Crone. We haven't seen Corey Thomas since he got hurt there in the first period. As Crone to the left side, skates towards the middle. He'll feed it to the left side for Combs. Back to Sossaman, high slot, shot, and it goes high off the glass. Stays in play as Crone loses the puck. Grizzlies skate over. Bryson Martin clears it out. 1:10 left in the power play. Hopefully Corey Thomas is okay as he collided with Robidoux in the first period. We haven't seen him since. Robidoux over to Liam Finley. He gains center ice. Finley with great speed. He'll throw it to Crone. Crone in the left circle, feeds it across to Hargrove. Is all alone down to Sossaman. High slot shot, and it's blocked out in front of Metcalf. Puck glides towards the far boards. Wright gets hit by Hargrove. Utah takes the puck. They're shorthanded. Spicer up ahead to Wright. Left circle, trying to center it to Pfizer. Shot! Saved by Perry. Arm is raised. Now Wright delivers a big hit over on the right side on Crone. As it looked like Taryn Pfizer got held up as Wright was looking for a centering pass as Pfizer was cutting towards the net. And a penalty is going to be called on Hank Crone. So that will do it for the Allen power play. We'll skate 4-on-4 for 42 seconds. Then Utah will have a power play after that.
Well, Tyson, I think that was the Grizzlies' best offensive chance all night. And Perry really had to use every length of that toe to make that save.
Crone hit Pfizer right in the back as he was trying to accept the pass. Interference to the call. Time of penalty, 11:06 into the second period. Well, if you're going to take a penalty, that's not a bad one to take if you're Crone. Strauss going to be in the right circle. We're skating 4-on-4. Utah wins the face-off as Bartley to the left side takes a shot. Got redirected by a stick. Somehow Perry's able to have the puck stay in front of him. Butcher gets it. Now throw it to Massicato. Will move it ahead. Allen at center ice as they skate across the line. As they get it over to McCauley down the middle, take a shot, saved by Metcalf. Rebound goes out to the near side. As Pfizer will carry it out to center us and make that Fitz. Fitz wearing number 13, the former Orlando Solar Bear, over to Bartley. He gets it taken away by Dalton Skelly. Not to be confused with Dalton Golly. Those are two different players. Skelly wears number 24 and Golly wears number 22. Skelly goes 5'10", 179 pounds. He's got 8 assists in 35 games. Grizzlies are back at full strength. And now they're on the power play for the next minute 13. As Allen will sell it into the Grizzlies zone. Nilsson gathers it. He'll throw it to neutral ice for Wright. Wright will move it ahead to Walker. Walker on the left point. Falls down. He's on 2 knees. He'll move it towards the corner. Mascot will pick it off. He'll throw it off of Pfizer in the high slot. Pfizer will kick it over to the right corner. Cutler collides with Skelly. And it goes back over to Allen. As Allen's Justin Young loses the puck. Pfizer in the right point of the offensive zone. Keeps the puck in the zone. Throws to the left side. Grizzlies dishing out to Nilsson. Nilsson will take a lefty shot and goes wide. Wright throws it back up top to Pfizer. Pfizer fakes a shot. Throws it to Nilsson. Back to Pfizer. One-timer. Got redirected and goes wide. He got redirected by Walker's stick. Puck goes back to the right point. Young anticipated the pass. Picks it off. He gains neutral ice, and he'll dump it in as Allen makes a full line change. 20 seconds left in the Grizzlies' power play. 7-11 and counting left in the second period. Allen leads 5-0. Grizzlies looking to get on the board as they cross center ice. Cutler over to Nilsson. Nilsson the right point as the puck bounces over his stick. Allen moves it ahead. Gavin Gould looking for a centering pass. Pfizer picks it off. And they'll nudge it out to center ice. Martin drifts it across the neutral ice. Allen's back at full strength. Allen skates in. Crone gets it to the left side. He'll take a shot that goes high. Crone fresh out of the box with a good look from the left side, but it goes wide as Jamison skates in over to the left point. Martell feeds it to the right side for Martin. Martin tried to kick it out in front of Jamison. Bounced off him. He goes wide as Walker. Over to Martin. He'll take a lefty shot. Got redirected and goes wide. Now Walker with a sharp angled shot. Saved by Perry. McCauley will move it out to the left side for Crone. Crone gains center ice and dumps it in. He'll skate off for a change. 6:20 and counting left in the second. Allen leads 5-0. Grizzlies have outshot the Americans 6-5 in this second period. Utah bouncing off the boards at center ice, taken by Maverik. Across to Sosserman. Sosserman feeds out to center ice for Butcher at the logo. Now right wing pass to Finley. Finley stops on the right side, will bounce off the boards. Butcher falls down on his own. Maverik kicks it to the corner. Grizzlies spin it around the far wing boards. Sosserman chases after it, no icing. So he'll get the puck at his goal line. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. Sosserman throws it out to Finley. Finley overskates it. Now he regathers it. He'll bounce it off of Penner. Fitz will race towards the far boards. Collides with Maverik. Simeone skates over there. Skates towards the corner. He gets cut off by Maverik. He feeds it across to Sosserman around the net. Now to Jack Combs. We'll move it out to the right side for Finley. Now Finley gets it back from Butcher. He'll take a right wing shot. Kick save by Metcalf. Fitz gets the rebound. He'll throw it out to center ice. His pass for Penner goes wide. Mascot moves ahead to Finley, who bounces off of his stick to Pouncey. Now Fitz to the left side. Skates towards the corner, being shadowed by Mascot. Fitz will take a shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to the far corner. As Pouncey skates around the net, he gets hit. Finley battling with Penner. Now Simeone kicks it over to Pfizer. Pfizer gets the bouncing puck at the point. It bounced off his skate. Mascot will throw it out to the left wing for Combs. Now to Butcher. Drops it out for Combs. He gets it back to Butcher along the end wall. Butcher spins over to Skelly. Skelly will feed it over to the right side. Allen. They try to kick it to Combs out in front. Kicked off the Metcalf's pads. Grizzlies come back the other way as Cam Strong crosses center ice. They'll dump it off the glass, right side. Skates around the net. Still at the puck. Is Skelly nearby. Now Simeone spins it around for Martin. Bryson Martin in the right side. They get it back to the corner for Strong. Back to Martin. He's all alone. Right side shot. Saved by Perry. Grizzlies gathered as Pfizer throws it to the corner looking for Cutler. Hargrove cuts it off, and he'll feed it along behind the net. Now the Grizzlies behind the net. They'll bounce it off an American as Allen loses their stick, and that's Golly. Grizzlies feed it over to the left side, but nobody was at the point. It bounces off the boards and goes to center ice. Cutler retreats back into his own zone. He'll feed it across to Martin. Now head to center ice. It bounced off the stick of Cam Strong and flies into the Allen zone. It's Golly. Gets the puck behind his net. He'll move it to the far side for Maverik. Now to center ice. Bouncing puck, or puck flies over the stick of Jared Young, and icing is, or Justin Young, and icing is called on the Americans with 3:46 left here in the second.
Well, Tyson, I think those last few shifts were the best the Grizzlies have looked all night. They were getting pressure in the offensive zone. It looked like they were dominating the play more than Allen was. I think there's something to build upon with that. And I really think that the momentum shifted ever since the fight from Aaron Tho. Grizzlies need to take this energy from the crowd and feed off of it.
Draws going to be in the left side. Jamison will take it against Bethune. Draw one by Utah. Martin Nilsson with a shot, and it's blocked by Young. Left wing Grizzlies throw it to the corner. Back up top for Nilsson, who had 2 assists last night. He'll take a shot, saved by Perry. Rebound goes towards the end boards. Utah feeds it out to James Scher in the left point. Over to Nilsson. He'll nudge it to the left circle. Bounced off the stick of Jamison. Now to down the middle. Jamison gets spun down. No call. Young will feed it out to center ice. 2-on-1. Gavin Gould skates towards the left circle. Gould hasn't scored a goal yet this season. Looked to center and it bounced off the Grizzly. James Scher was laying in the slot. Now Allen centers it out in front of the net, and Cameron Wright picks it off. They'll throw it out to neutral ice. Maverik dumps it back in. Metcalf behind his net. He replaced Lucas Preek after Allen scored their 5th goal on their 23rd shot. Metcalf has seen 3 shots, and he's stopped them all. As Nilsson still behind Utah's net. He'll feed it to the far side for Shearer. Shearer will skate along the left wing and cross center ice. Shearer's got good speed. He'll bounce off the boards. Penner collides with Mascot. Puck rolls towards Shearer. Centering pass. It bounced off of Skelly. Allen comes back the other way. Potential 3-on-1. Combs to Finley. Finley skates the right side. Will take a shot on it. Hits the post and goes wide. Now Combs left wing shot. Saved by Metcalf. Garrett holds on with 2:33 left in the second period. Time out of the ice. Allen leads 5-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
It's the Americans 5 and the Grizzlies nothing. Colton Hargrove has 2 goals for Allen. Guy Chiarenza will go over all of the stats and scoring from the first 2 periods during the second intermission. Draw is going to be into the left circle. Both teams have 7 shots here in the second period. Liam Finley will take the draw. It's won by Allen. As Chad Butcher gets pushed in the corner by Penner. So we're skating 5-on-5. Pfizer takes the puck away. He's got a point in 5 straight games, so dump it deep in the Allen zone. Dalton Skelly skates over there. He gets pushed in the back by Cutler. Allen behind the net will bounce off. Pfizer goes out in front of the net. Cutler backhand shot. Saved by Perry. He doesn't know where it is. Grizzlies get it. Penner scores! Well, Perry was trying to locate the puck. It scored it free. Tyler Penner gets his 8th of the year as Utah gets on the board with 2:10 left in the second. The fans who have been into it throughout, despite the score, have something to cheer about here late in the second period.
Tyson, they've been waiting for something to cheer about. Now they finally got it. Sometimes it's just, you got to get into the crease. You got to get dirty for it. And Tyler Penner's in the right place at the right time. Perry doesn't know where the puck is. And Tyler Penner's there to scoop it up and put it in the back of the net.
Kind of a lucky break there. Perry was trying to cover it up. He didn't know where it was. And it just kind of, as he was falling down, puck just kind of broke free. Grizzlies win the draw. Fitz with a shot from neutral ice. It goes wide. As Cam Strong skates towards the far side as Johnny Walker's on the ice. Walker's slow to get up. Walker's going to skate towards the bench. Johnny Walker's injured. So he'll skate towards the bench as puck ends up in the Grizzlies zone. Hank Crone gets it. He'll skate to the corner. He'll take a sharp angled shot. Saved by Metcalf. Garrett will move it ahead. As puck goes towards Dylan Fitz, it goes past him and out to center ice. As Johnny Walker is headed towards the tunnels, he got hit pretty hard along the far boards. So Walker is injured, and he'll walk to the locker room. Hopefully he'll be okay. Looks like an upper body injury. Time of Utah's goal, 17:50 into the second period. Tyler Penner gets his 8th of the year. Taryn Pfizer extends his point-scoring streak to 6 games. He gets his 13th assist. And Brandon Cutler extends his point-scoring streak to 8 games. He gets his 8th assist of the season. But Roy, the big story is Johnny Walker went to the locker room. Grizzlies already just going with 10 forwards tonight. And hopefully Johnny Walker's okay.
Yeah, Tyson, you think about Corey Thomas leaving the game earlier. He has not returned. Now Johnny Walker, he's out. Tough break for the Grizzlies.
Draw at center ice is won by Allen. They lead 5-1. 1:30 left in the second period. As Golly moved it ahead. He gets hit by Martell. Grizzlies throw it out to center ice. Wright couldn't get the bouncing puck as Bethune gains the line from the right side. He'll skate towards the circle. Drops it down the middle for Gagnon. Gagnon makes a really nice move. Skates towards his left. Takes a shot and it goes high. Stays in play off the glass. Nilsson moves it towards the near side. Taken back by Allen as Mascot moves it ahead to Robidoux. Now across center ice is Bethune. He'll gain the line and dump it into the corner as Allen makes a full line change. 1 minute left in the second period. As Gold flies with the Grizzlies. Big time hit delivered by Cameron Wright. As Jamison towards center ice. We'll move it across to Wright. Wright gains the line down the middle. Now veer off to the right. He'll take a shot. Saved by Perry. Nilsson will throw it back to the corner. Grizzlies. Jordan Martell gets spun around by Skelly. Allen takes the puck away. Grizzlies make a line change of their own. About half a minute left in the second period. Pass ahead. Gavin Gould's got a breakaway. He'll skate in and take a shot. Saved by Metcalf. Gould looking for his first goal of the season. He was denied by Metcalf. Grizzlies come back the other way. Left side. They center it to Tho. Tho with a shot, and it's blocked by Mascot. As Utah spins it towards the right boards. Right wing boards as Pfizer skates towards his right. Takes a sharp angled shot. Perry makes a save. Mascot will move it ahead to Combs. Combs will dish it across towards the center ice logo for Butcher. Butcher to the left side. Avoids a check of Martin. Keeps his feet. Puck ends up in the left point. As Allen backhands it. They look to center it, but time runs out in the second period. Allen scored 2 goals. The Grizzlies Got one late in the second period, but Tyler Penner getting his 8th of the year. Brandon Cutler extended his point-scoring streak to 8 games, and Pfizer extended his point-scoring streak to 6. After Allen's 5th goal, Lucas Preek was replaced by Garrett Metcalf. Garrett stopped all 6 shots he saw in the latter portion of the second period. When we come back, Guy Chiarenza will recap the first 2 periods of play. As we're through 40 minutes here at Maverik Center, the Allen Americans lead the Utah Grizzlies 5-1. Rio Tinto intermission report starts in 2 minutes on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Second intermission here at Maverik Center. Allen leads 5-1. The Americans scored 5 unanswered, then Tyler Penner scored late in the second period. Guy, what happened in the first 40 minutes of play here at Maverik Center tonight?
Well, Tyson, it started out with the Americans getting the first goal of the game. It was Robideau, 7 minutes and 37 seconds into the game. That was a goal that was just a tip out in front. Parikh was screened, didn't have much of a chance to save that one. Cisco to Saucerman and Gould. And after that, the next goal was also the Americans. And that would be a common theme throughout much of this game. As 13 minutes and 56 seconds into the first, it was Liam Finley on a breakaway, getting his 21st of the year. That was assisted by Combs and Massicott. And then towards the end of the period, 16 minutes and 39 seconds in, was Colton Hargrove putting in a weird bounce in front of the Grizzlies crease that he ended up just pouncing on, and he gets his 19th of the year. That was assisted by McCauley and Crone, and that's where we went into the first intermission. It was 3-0 Allen, and then when it rains, it pours. In the second period, it was continued. All Allen, 4:40 into the period. It was Combs getting his 24th of the year. That was assisted by Hargrove and Crone. That was a power play tally and really surgical precision there from the Americans. They performed surgery on the Grizzlies' penalty kill. And it was just a tic-tac-toe play, and Hargrove was there. Combs was there to put it in. The next goal would go to Hargrove. He get his 20th of the year and second of the game. That was 7 minutes and 29 seconds into the second period, and that made it a 5-0 hockey game. That was assisted by Hank Crone and McCauley. But there's a glimmer of hope towards the end of the period because the Grizzlies finally got on the board, and they get their first of the game. 17 minutes and 50 seconds in. It's Tyler Penner cashing in on a rebound that Perry didn't really know where the puck was. He thought he had it. It was loose in the crease, and Penner was there to scoop it up and put it in. Assisted by Taryn Pfizer and Brandon Cutler. They each add to their point streaks. Cutler is now an 8-game point streak. Another notable thing that happened in the second period was we saw a fight between Robideau and Aaron Tho, although Tho also got a penalty on that play for instigating. And I believe that was the penalty that the Americans scored on. Oh, actually, no, it's not the one. But Americans did score on the power play. They're 1 for 4, and Utah is 0 for 4 on the power play. And shots in the second period, the Americans took 8 and the Grizzlies took 10, but the edge still goes to Allen, 28-15. Dylan Fitz leads all Grizzlies skaters in shots with 4, but it's a 5-1 hockey game after 40 minutes.
Interesting thing when you think about the scoring chances, there were even 7 apiece in the second period. Allen 18 scoring chances through 2 periods, Utah with 9. Grizzlies once again won the face-off battle. It was 11-7 in the first period and 12-3 in the second. Utah dominated the face-off battle so far tonight, 23 for Utah, 10 for Allen. The hitting, Utah's got 22 hits through 2 periods. Grizzlies 15 giveaways, Allen with 11, or both teams have 11 giveaways. They tell you not to do math on the air, but we try to do it anyway. Power play shots, the Grizzlies had 3 in the second period. Allen had 1. That one found the back of the net. And 5 power play shots overall for Allen as they had 4 in the first period. But overall, you think about, that momentum, the Grizzlies, Aaron Tho and Robidoux get the fight. It was, and then Grizzlies were able to kind of respond there late in the second period and get the goal from Penner. And I think that, if you're talking about, just kind of a tough break there. I mean, Allen scored 2 goals there in the first 7.5 minutes of the second period. Parikh was pulled after stopping 18 of 23. Garrett Metcalf replaced him, and he has stopped them all since. But, it's just too much to overcome right now. I mean, it is a 4-goal deficit. I mean, anything can happen. But, Allen has continued to play good. But I think the Grizzlies did put together a pretty good effort there in the second period.
Yeah, Tyson, they did, and I think things started to look up for the Grizzlies towards the end of that second period. There was a moment with about 15 minutes left, 5 minutes left in the period. Sorry, my brain is rattling around here. About 5 minutes left in the period. The Grizzlies looked really strong, and it looked like we saw a change in the shift of momentum. The Grizzlies looked a lot better. They were playing in the American zone as opposed to playing in their own end. I think the key for the Grizzlies so far in this game, just something that I've noticed, is that their zone entries seem to be a little bit off, and the passing seems to be a little bit off. It just seems like they just aren't connecting on their passes. They're not being precise. They're not letting the puck settle down, and they're having trouble entering the offensive zone, and the Americans are doing a good job of standing them up at the blue line, and I think that's a big part of the way Allen plays their game is they want to limit the Grizzlies' zone entries, and they want to make it tough on them to even get into the offensive zone and get something set up. So that's just something that I've noticed so far, and Allen's making it tough on the Grizzlies.
It's the last of a 3-game series. The Grizzlies are on the road for 6 straight games after this. They'll be in Rapid City for 2 games, then they head to the East Coast, play 1 game against Greenville, 1 game against Savannah, and then 2 against Orlando. But it's one of those where the Grizzlies, obviously head-to-head, would like to get something done against the Americans, and it's a big game for Allen because, think about it, Kansas City's lost, Rapid City's lost, and so Allen will take over 3rd place by themselves with a victory. Grizzlies have 39 standings points. They're in 6th place. And you'd like to take advantage on the same night where Kansas City and Rapid City both lose, but right now just have a lot of work to do, down 5-1. Lucas Parikh stopped 18 of 23. I mean, a lot of strange stuff were happening on those goals. And, Hargrove, that 5th goal was certainly a blast. I didn't even get scored on anybody, and I think it was just something that wasn't necessarily Parikh, but obviously had to change the momentum in the game. And, you don't want Parikh to get hung out to dry there, and so Metcalf replaced him. And, Garrett had a tough night last night, but did a pretty good job there in the second half of the second period.
Yeah, Tyson, and I do feel bad for Lucas Parikh because a lot of those goals, they were weird goals. Just not a whole lot he could have done on a few of them. And when you put up 5 goals, it's, you're right. Kanasowicz just needed a momentum changer, and so he pulls him and puts Metcalf in. And Garrett was good for the time that he saw. But I think it's just a tough period all around, and it's really a tough way to end the homestand. And you talk about the Mountain Division standings. These losses, they're going to sting, and they're not going to help the Grizzlies in any way. Allen seems to have risen from the ashes and kind of taken over that 3rd spot in the division. But I think the theme of the season is not to overreact. I think these games against Allen, that shows that the Grizzlies have a problem, but there's still time to fix that problem.
Yep.
That there's a mismatch against Allen. Okay, that's fine. We're going to see them towards the end of the month back here at Maverik Center. So there's plenty of time in between there to find yourself, fix the problem, and come out and get those points back against Allen. But the Grizzlies need to find a way to address that problem. And I think earlier on the season, it was like, oh, the sky is falling. The Grizzlies, the season's over. Well, you know what? There's still a lot of hockey left to be played. I mean, look at Allen. They came out of nowhere, and now they're in this third spot in the division. There's plenty of time for the Grizzlies to make a name for themselves and push for that last playoff spot.
I really don't want to let one rough week to discourage you too much, because the Grizzlies really played great hockey the previous 3 weeks coming into this one. You think about winning 2 out of 3 against Idaho, 2 out of 3 against Tulsa on the road, and then sweeping Rapid City last week. And so the Grizzlies really had a good month of January, and you want to obviously keep the ball rolling. And it's a tough week against an Allen club that's been about as hot as anybody we've seen all year. That includes the Idaho Steelheads. So a lot of it might just be Allen's playing good hockey right now. And for the Grizzlies, you just have to, like I said during the first intermission, you just have to keep chipping away. And I think you have to like the effort from the Grizzlies there in the second period, especially the second half of the second period. And really, the goal the Grizzlies scored, it was, I think, a great effort on the shift of Cutler, Pfizer, and Penner that led to that goal, really kind of forcing the puck in that area there in the crease. And then, obviously, Perry didn't know where it was, and Penner put it away.
Yeah, Tyson, and I think it's the goals like that. Those are the kind of goals that you're going to score against Allen. This is a team that's not going to let you go out and score those highlight reel goals. It's a tight-knit defensive system. They're very big. They're very strong. They're not going to let you do that. And so it's those goals where if you get somebody out in front of the net like we saw and puck is loose and you put it home, it's going to be those types of plays that you're going to score against a team like Allen.
When we come back to the Rio Tinto Intermission Report, we'll give you some scores from around the league and around the world of sports. Second intermission, Allen leads 5-1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Second intermission here at Maverik Center. Allen leads 5-1. Games from across the league. There's only a couple in progress right now. Toledo and Cincinnati are headed to overtime. Looks like they're through overtime and now headed to a shootout. Both teams get a standing point this year. Both teams have 23 wins this season. We'll see if Toledo or Cincinnati gets their 24th win of the year, as they got a shootout going on at Heritage Bank Center in Cincinnati. Also through overtime, Idaho and Tulsa look like they're headed to a shootout as well. That game being played at BOK Center. Idaho has goals from Justin Ducharme, Zach Walker, and Justin Misiak. Tulsa's got goals from Matsushima, Blazak, and Tag Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi was acquired in a trade a couple weeks ago for Jimmy Soper. So Idaho and Tulsa are headed to a shootout, tied at 3. Games have gone final in the league. Iowa defeats Wheeling 7-2. South Carolina over Worcester 3-1. Atlanta defeats Savannah 7-3. Reading over Adirondack 6-1. In overtime, Orlando gets a 5-4 victory over the Florida Everblades as Carroll gets the game winner 5-10 into overtime. Fort Wayne defeats Kalamazoo 4-2. Greenville shuts out Jacksonville 2-0. Indy over Kansas City 6-3. 12 Riviera defeats Jeff Carr's Norfolk Admirals 3-2. And Maine over Newfoundland by a 5-2 score. The Atlantic Division won the NHL All-Star game, the All-Star 3-on-3 tournament. So the Atlantic Division gets the victory. And Matthew Tkachuk was the game's MVP. Tkachuk of the Florida Panthers. Dylan Larkin also had 5 goals in the All-Star game. Larkin, the star of the Detroit Red Wings. The Boston Bruins have been outstanding in the first half of the season. I'm really looking forward to the second half of the NHL season because even though Boston's been outstanding in the Eastern Conference, really the fun thing come playoff time is it could come down to anybody. And if it's not going to be Boston, you could look at any of a dozen teams and make a case that they can end up hoisting the trophy at the end.
Yeah, Tyson, I think the fun thing about the NHL and just hockey in general is you never know. Like, at any given moment, you never know who's going to win it all. I mean, right now, Boston looks like they're the favorite, but that may not be the case come playoff time. And I think my favorite thing about playoff time is not just the hockey, but the weather. I'm so sick and tired of the cold winter that we've been experiencing here in Salt Lake City. I'm ready for some warm weather, and I'm ready for some playoff hockey. And as for the Grizzlies, I'm hoping that they'll be in the thick of the playoff race and hopefully get a playoff spot so we can watch some playoff hockey here at Maverik Center.
Don't forget the next homestand for the Grizzlies. They'll be on the road for 6 straight games. The Allen Americans will be back in town for a 3-game series. Don't forget the next Grizzlies home game will be on Wednesday, February 22nd, where it's a Bud Light College night where tickets start at just $8 and provided by Bud Light, discounted student tickets. Friday, February 24th is going to be Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend in the AFCU Friday, where tickets start just $8 and you pay using your America First Credit Union debit or credit card at the Maverik Center box office. The Grizzlies are wearing specially Grizzlies Fight Cancer jerseys. That's going to be on Friday and Saturday as Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend will continue on Saturday, February 25th. And they're going to be jerseys featuring names of those who have been impacted by cancer. So the Americans are going to be in for a 3-game set. Bud Light College night on February 22nd. Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend on Friday and Saturday, and obviously Friday, as every Friday is here at Maverik Center, is an AFCU Friday. So looking forward to Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend, presented by Mountain Land Supply Company. That's going to be 3 weeks from now. Grizzlies will be on the road for 6 straight games. Next Friday and Saturday, they'll take on the Rapid City Rush. Face-off both nights will be at 7:05. The Americans 5 and the Grizzlies 2. Colton Hargrove has 2 goals and 1 assist. Hank Crone has 3 assists. Jack Combs has 1 goal and 1 assist. For the Grizzlies, Tyler Penner scored 17:50 into the second period. Cutler and Pfizer with the assists. When we come back in 1 minute, we'll have third period action here at Maverik Center as Allen leads 5-1 here in the final game of the 6-game homestand. This has been the Rio Tinto Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Allen leads 5-1 as both teams are heading on the ice here to start the third period. Garrett Metcalf will be in net to start the third period. Lucas Preek got the start, stopping 18 of 23. There's nothing physically wrong with Trent Miner. It's just that Ryan Kanasevich is in a tough spot with 3 good goaltenders, and obviously he has started each goaltender 1 game in this series. Trent Miner got the start on Wednesday. Garrett Metcalf started last night, and Metcalf replaced Lucas Preek in the second period here tonight. Guy, regardless of what happens in the scoreboard, I think if you're the Grizzlies, you want to come out and play with a lot of energy and really play a good 20 minutes of hockey here in the final period of the homestand.
Yeah, Tyson, I think that's key, is just try and finish off the homestand on a high note. This game is probably not going to go your way. 20 minutes left, lay it all out on the line. Just try and play your best hockey and try and give yourself something to build upon heading into Rapid City next weekend.
Remember, the Grizzlies won't play till this upcoming Friday against Rapid City, so they'll have a few days off, and we'll be able to kind of recharge the batteries a little bit. And really, for the Grizzlies, regardless of what happens on the scoreboard, you just got to find a way to play good 20 minutes. And really, I think it just comes down to just doing all the little things and taking it one shift at a time. I know it's cliche, but that's really what you got to do out there.
Yeah, Tyson, I agree, and I think I'd like to see the Grizzlies a little bit win some more puck battles along that yellow line, along the boards. Seems like the Americans have been beating them in that category. Again, try and finish out this game strong. Try and finish out this period strong. Give yourself some momentum heading into Rapid City.
We'll be skating 5-on-5. That's the second beer that she has chugged. The woman in the Blackhawks jersey.
She's having herself a night, isn't she?
Hopefully she's not driving home. This is going to be at center ice.
She might need to call R&R.
Now she's going to need a cab or an Uber. As Draw's going to be at center ice. 20 minutes to be on the stadium scoreboard clock. Keaton Jameson will take the face-off. He's got Jordan Martell to his right and Cameron Wright to his left. Defensive pairing is Kyle Pouncey and Victor Bartley. Taking the draw for the Allen Americans. It's going to be Jared Bethune. He's got Mikael Robideau out there. Two defensemen are Dalton Skelly and Zachary Massicott. Gavin Gould also out there as a forward for the Americans here to start the third period. Garrett Metcalf is in net for Utah and Chase Perry in net for the Allen Americans. It's looking like there's a spot near the Grizzlies logo they're working on at center ice. Chris Hagan, the PA announcer, says make some noise for your boys at Maverik Center. That new video board at center ice has really been a game changer. A lot of fans having a good time on that thing.
I mean, it's really awesome. I mean, it's huge.
Draw's going to be at center ice. Bethune against Keaton Jameson. Puck is dropped, and we're underway in the third period as Utah wins the faceoff. Bartley in his own zone across to Pouncey, wearing number 23. Pouncey across to Bartley at center ice. Bartley to the left wing, drops it off for Wright. He'll take a right left wing shot. Saved by Perry. Puck glided towards Robideau. Rolled it back to Perry, who covers up. As we get a whistle, 17 seconds into the third period. Kyle Pouncey and Mikael Robideau exchange some words. Make that the Rooster, Jordan Martell and Robideau. Both linesmen break them up and make sure that nothing happens of it. Draw's going to be in the left circle. Allen leads 5-1. Jameson will take the face-off against Jared Bethune for the second time here in the third period. Draw one by Utah as Bartley to the left wing. He'll take a shot, and it's blocked by Skelly. Skelly gets in, bouncing off the near boards, goes out to neutral ice. Bartley in the area will feed it back across to Pouncey. Pouncey out to center ice. It bounced off the stick of Jameson and rolls towards Bethune. Bethune will bounce it off towards the Allen bench, and it goes into the Allen bench. Aaron Gens, the assistant coach, is acting as the head coach. And once again, we send our condolences to the family of Chad Costello, as Costello had a death in the family recently, and so he has not been with the team in this series. And so we're certainly thinking about the Allen first-year head coach. He's probably a future Hall of Famer in this league, one of the best players in ECHL history. So Grizzlies win the draw. James Shure at center ice rolls it around the boards. Pfizer throws it behind his back to the far circle. It's taken by the Americans. Jack Combs will get it ahead. Combs already tonight is 1 goal and 1 assist. Allen at neutral ice. Liam Finley skates into the right side. He gets hit up high by Cutler. Cutler and Finley exchange a look. Now Chad Butcher from the slot rolls it towards Metcalf, who covers up. 56 seconds into the third period. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Butcher will take the face-off against Tyler Penner. And the draw won by Allen. It's Gagnon from the right wing. Throws to the circle, taken away by Shearer. Shearer carries it out to neutral ice. He'll feed it ahead to Pfizer. Pfizer skates towards the left circle. Take a backhand shot. Saved by Perry. And he holds on. 18:52 left in the third. But well, you talk about quick first steps. Taryn Pfizer's got about as good a first step as anybody in the league. He accelerates in a hurry, and he's one of those guys who can create his own look out of his own scoring chance out of nothing.
Yeah, Tyson, he's so explosive. He's got so much speed. He's like a magician out there. He just pull a rabbit out of his hat, pull anything. It's just so electric. So fun to watch.
I mentioned Johnny Walker got hurt late in the second period. He's out there on the ice, his first shift in the third period. Utah wins the faceoff. Fitz' shot goes wide. It's Allen back towards our far corner. Walker delivers a hit. Hargrove skates over there. He gets pushed by Strong. And Allen comes out of the pile with the puck. Now Utah takes it away. Right point, Fitz with a righty shot save. Rebound, Walker batted it about chest high, and his shot went wide. Walker's got 9 goals this season. He's looking for his 10th. As puck along the near boards. Martin gets held up by an American. 2 Americans, 2 Grizzlies over there. Now Walker joins the play. He gets pushed. As Maverik gets a push from Cam Strong. Allen comes out of the pile with the puck. Hargrove moves ahead to Crone. Crone one-on-one. He gets poked away. Good defensive play by Aaron Tho. He'll move it ahead to Strong. It goes past him. And it's going to be icing on the Grizzlies with 18:02 left in the third.
Good to see Johnny Walker back out there after taking a bit of an injury in the second period. And he had a really good chance there, too. He just came and swing at the puck out of midair like a baseball player. Just wasn't able to get enough on it. But it's good to see Johnny Walker back out there. And I love the way he plays the game. And the game is always better when he's on the ice.
Draw on the far circle. About 2 minutes into the third period. Neither team scored here so far in the third. As Utah wins the draw, Dylan Fitz from the near glass will tap it to Walker at center ice. Walker moves it ahead. Cam Strong in the left circle overskates it. Justin Young takes it for Allen. He skates around the net. Now Young will feed it out to the near side for Bethune. Bethune being shadowed by Cameron Wright. Bethune keeps the puck. He'll throw a right wing pass to Young, who steps over the blue line. He gets hit by Victor Bartley as he spins along the wall. Now left wing, Allen flips it high into the air. It's gloved by Utah and dropped. Grizzlies get over to Jamison, who loses it around center ice. Massacott will backhand it out towards Jamison. Arm is raised for a delayed offside by the linesman. Now Allen touched the puck. Utah will skate back to neutral ice. As Massacott will feed it out to neutral ice. Bounced out the stick of Gavin Gould, and he dumps it in. He'll skate off the ice for a line change as Jamison over to the right side. He'll spin it to the corner. Jack Combs cuts it off. He'll skate back towards the side. Puck drifts past him to Victor Bartley. He'll move it to Martell, who dishes across to Jamison. Jamison at center ice trying to bounce it over towards Pouncey. Pouncey gets it and throws to the right corner. Maverik collides with Martell in the corner. Maverik falls on his backside. Martell gets the puck. Martell gets challenged by Gagnon. And puck ends up in the right point. Nilsson will take a shot. I got redirected by a stick and goes wide. Martell skates towards the corner. The cool corner, centers it to Penner. Will take a shot, and it's blocked by Gagnon. Penner gets it back and feeds the far corner. Now up top for Nilsson. We'll get it back to Cameron Wright, just outside the right circle. Take a shot that's blocked. Now Wright centers it to Martell, and it bounces off of him and goes back to the Americans. 3-on-2. Jack Combs skates down the middle. He'll feed it to the left side. Shot saved by Metcalf. That shot was taken by Chris Maverik. As Wright will throw it to Penner around center ice. Penner to the left side, crosses center. Gets around Liam Finley, but loses the puck. As Skelly battles with Penner in the corner. Puck rolls behind Allen's net. Maverik will drift it off the far boards. Martin around the Allen bench, spins it back around. 4 minutes into the third period, Allen leads 5-1. Grizzlies throwing their body around. Taryn Pfizer hits Maverik as Maverik lifts it out into the Grizzlies zone. Taken back by Martin. He'll throw it into Allen territory for Pfizer at neutral ice, trying to locate it. Cutler takes it, he'll skate towards the left circle, take a shot that goes wide. Martin gets blasted by Hargrove. He'll get back to his feet. Now McCauley gets hit. Play starting to get physical once again. As Cutler hit McCauley, the 2 number 29s. Allen moves it out to center ice. Hank Crone, rink wide pass to Hargrove on the left side. Martin with a good defensive play takes it away from him. Martin skates into the zone. Now he's down the middle. He'll veer off to the left. Martin spins it around. Johnny Walker over there with Hargrove. Hargrove will lift it out to center ice. Gathered by Tho near the Grizzlies bench. He'll move it to Cutler, who will lift it over the head of Massacott and deep into the Allen zone. We got a whistle. I think it was played with a high stick by Allen's Massacott as the puck was going over his head, and he kind of played it and might have gotten a piece of it with 15:05 left in the third.
Tyson, we talked about it during the intermission. It just seems like passes just aren't connecting for the Grizzlies. It's not going their way, and I think that's credit to Allen. I think they're doing a good job of getting sticks in front of passes and predicting what the Grizzlies are going to do. Utah needs to shake it up a little bit, try and be a little bit more unpredictable.
15 minutes left in the third period. Allen leads 5-1. The Americans out to neutral ice. Get it taken away. Johnny Walker to the left side. Toe drag shot. It goes over Perry's head and out of play up to protective netting. As I choked over some air. You know, the air quality today was just outstanding. If you looked outside, beautiful. Beautiful day here in the Salt Lake Valley.
You can't even see our mountains in here.
What mountains?
I mean, if you walk out your front door and you think that you were living in Kansas or something because you couldn't see them.
Draws give me the left circle. Cam Strong will take it. He's got Fitz to his left and Walker to his right. You don't breathe the air. You eat it up on a day like this. Allen wins the face-off, and they're lifting out to center ice. Bartley literally kicks it ahead to Fitz. Fitz at the Allen blue line, over to Walker, now to Cam Strong. He skates towards left circle, take a shot that goes wide. We get a whistle, and we get a penalty. I think it might be on the Grizzlies. Looked like Allen got hit up high. Dylan Fitz will drift towards the penalty box. And Fitz will serve 2 minutes as he's in the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. If you or someone you know been charged with a DUI, Rogers and Russell is Utah's DUI defense firm. Consequences for driving under the influence in Utah are serious. And you need great attorneys on your first line. Look for a letter in the mail from Rogers and Russell inviting you to schedule a free consultation. Don't throw away or disregard this letter. Call and get Utah's #1 DUI defense team, Rogers and Russell. So Dylan Fitz will get a 2-minute penalty. As looked like he hit an Allen player a little bit up high. The Allen player is just kind of skating in front of him, and Fitz decided to hit him.
Tyson, I think
kind of innocent.
I think that might have been Roby, though, because he was holding the back of his head towards the end of that play.
2 minutes for slashing. Time of penalty 5:19 into the third period. It's the Americans 5 and the Grizzlies 1. Allen so far today is 1 for 4 on the power play. Utah's 0 for 4. Hargrove will take the face off against Keaton Jamison. And the draw won by Allen as Jack Combs feeds it up top. Now Liam Finley to the right side. Take a shot. Saved by Metcalf. Rebound, there is none. Garrett holds on after having it fall in front of him. Good job by the Grizzlies. Victor Bartley and cutting off Colton Hargrove, boxing him out so Metcalf could cover it up. 8 seconds into the power play.
Metcalf has looked sharp ever since he came in relief of Parikh. Stopped them all.
Draw one by the Grizzlies who clear it out. On to Chase Perry, who plays it to the side of his net. As the Americans will skate from left to right here in the third period. Allen now at neutralized, so get it across to Finley at center. Finley feeds a right wing pass to Hargrove. Hargrove wearing number 70 gets pushed along the glass by Penner. Mallory in the right point. Throws it across to Crone, who's been outstanding in the series. Crone will get it across to Hargrove, who's on hat trick watch. I tries to feather it out in front of, bounced off of Bartley. Hargrove behind the net. And so throw it to the left side for Crone. Crone up top for Mallory. Now to the right side for Combs. 1:10 left in the Allen power play. Hargrove on the right side. Skates towards the near boards. Hargrove surveys. He'll throw it back to Combs in the near goal line. Combs and Hargrove switch places. As Combs throws it to Mallory. Now to Combs. He skates towards his left. Now to Crone. One-timer, and it goes wide. Crone's already got 3 assists tonight. Liam Finley skates towards his right up top. Now Finley skates towards the right circle. He stops in the corner, throws it up top for Crone. Now across to Mallory. 40 seconds left in the power plays. Mallory gets it to Hargrove on the right side. Centering pass shot saved by Metcalf. As Hargrove fed Combs out in front of the net. Combs just kind of a one-time tap off the stick, and Metcalf was able to gather it.
Well, something the Americans do really well is they move around a lot. One guy doesn't stand still. They're always moving. And so in just an instant, a guy comes across the crease, and Metcalf has to make an acrobatic save there. That's why they're so dangerous, though. They move around, get those tips out in front.
Both teams make a line change. Chad Butcher will take the draw against Taryn Pfizer. And the draw won by the Grizzlies is Bryson Martin. Will get the puck at his end boards, and he'll sail it all the way down to the other end. Perry will cut it off at the goal line on the far side, and he'll give way. As Dalton Skelly skates down the middle. Now feed it to the left side as the Americans cross center. Gavin Gould dumps it around the boards. Metcalf cuts it off behind the net. He'll spin it towards the near side. Pfizer gathers it. He'll move it ahead to right. 2-on-1. Right to the left side. Calls zone number. Take a shot. It goes wide. Puck glides along the far boards as Martin loses the puck. Massicott ahead to Butcher. Butcher to the right side. Skates towards his zone. Grizzlies are back at full strength. Guess what? They'll be short-handed here as Gavin Gould got held up. Allen centers it. Fitz cuts it off. Now Cameron Wright. In the battle with Chad Butcher. Aaron Tho skates over there. Pushes Butcher. Everybody skates over there. Kobe McCauley throws a punch on the far side. And as Dylan Fitz gets dragged by Combs, everybody's found a dance partner. Massicott and Pfizer hold each other up. Skelly and Aaron Tho push each other. 12:34 left in the third period. Timeout on the ice. Utah's going to get 2 minutes for hooking. Allen's going to get some penalties. We'll sort it out when we come back in 1 minute. It's the Americans 5 and the Grizzlies 1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
$12:34 left in the third period. They're still sort of sorting out the penalties. Grizzlies have one guy in the box, and so does Allen. As you knew, it was going to be a physical game, and then there was some action out there towards the far boards, and then it seemed like everybody went over there, kind of scrambled, found somebody. Nobody really dropped the gloves, so it wasn't like there was a fight, but just a lot of pushing and shoving and a few nouns and maybe a few adjectives and verbs being used by the players towards each other.
And just some extracurricular activities over there in the corner, to use that old cliche. But the referees and the linesmen, they have some business to sort out here, and they're taking their time, and reasonably so. There's a lot of players involved with that, but Maverik Center crowd, they're still on their feet. Everybody's dancing here. They got the dance cam on. Seems like now they finally starting to get things sorted out.
I say, despite the score, it looks like the fans are having a really good time tonight. We got a good Saturday night crowd. Last game of the 6-game homestand. It's the first Black History Night in Grizzlies team history. Allen will be back in 3 weeks. It'll be Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend, presented by Mountain Land Supply Company. That's going to be the final 2 games of the 3-game series on February 24th and 25th. Both teams still have one guy in the penalty box. Oh, no, the Butcher then skated back towards the bench. 12:34 left in the third period. Allen scored the first 5 goals of the game. As Mikhail Robidoux scored 7:37 in. Liam Finley made it a 2-0 game, 13:56 into the first. Colton Hargrove made it a 3-0 game, 16:39 into the first. Allen led 3-0 after one period. Jack Combs extended the lead, 4:40 into the second period on the power play, and then Colton Hargrove scored his second of the game, 7:29 into the second. Cronin McCauley with the assist. At that point, Lucas Perico was pulled after stopping 18 of 23. Garrett Metcalf has played since, and Garrett has stopped them all here so far. All 8 shots that he has seen. Grizzlies got on the board 17:50 in. As Penner got his 8th of the year. Pfizer and Cutler with the assists. Brandon Cutler extended his point-scoring streak to 8 games, and Taryn Pfizer now has a point in 6 straight. So looks like there's a lot of sorting out to do. A lot of basic math and maybe even some complicated math going on down there. Draw's going to be at neutral ice. Grizzlies have 5 guys on the ice, and so do the Americans. So we're going to skate 5-on-5 after all that. Allen has outshot Utah 31-19. Face off near the Grizzlies bench. It's won by Utah. Shearer gets over to Nilsson. Back to Shearer. Shearer's on the near side as he'll dump it in. Martin gets 2 minutes for hooking. And then Cameron Wright got a double minor for roughing. McCauley gets a double minor for roughing. And 2 minutes for slashing. And a 10-minute misconduct. So McCauley was the only guy that got a penalty there. He got a 2, a 4, and a 10. So draws give me the left circle. We're skating 5-on-5 after all that. As the draw won by the Grizzlies, it goes towards the end boards. Grizzlies skate from right to left. They're still in their own zone. They'll feed it out to center ice for Cutler. They'll collide sticks with Dalton Skelly as the puck flies into the Allen zone. Now Allen lifts it high into the air. Didn't hit the video board, but came close. Sure at center ice gets hit by Young. Grizzlies back in their own end. They feed it out to center ice. Picked off by Bethune, who dumps it in. Bethune, a dependable player for the Americans. Grizzlies throw it out to the near side. Utah gets hit along the boards. Young in the area. So is Bethune. I try to kick it out in front to Gould, and it bounced off a skate. Goes back to Skelly. Right point. Shot, and it's blocked by Penner. Puck goes back to neutral ice. Allen will reset the attack as Dalton Skelly at the Allen blue line. We'll move it ahead to Bethune, who dumps it in. Allen at the end of their shift. 11:30 and counting left in the third. Nobody has scored here so far in the final frame. Still 5-1 Americans. As Keaton Jamison steps over the offensive line, drops off for Simeone, who swings and misses. Simeone gets hit by Robidoux. Now Martel to the left side. Martin is yelling at the referee. He thought a penalty should have been called on Robidoux. As now we get a whistle. The Grizzlies are offside. Boy, Martin was furious that Robidoux didn't get a penalty as he hit Simeone. As Simeone was firing a shot, missed, fanned on it, and then Robidoux hit him. So Wright got 4 for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. McCauley got 2 for slashing, 4 for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct, and Martin got 2 minutes for hooking. That was the initial penalty, and then everything else happened after that. Draws at neutral ice, and it's won by the Americans. 11-11 and counting left in the third. Allen leads 5-1 as they're looking for the 3-game sweep here at Maverik Center. As the Americans will throw it off the near boards, goes to Finley in Grizzlies territory. He'll step over the blue line. He gets hit by Simeone. Puck goes back over to Butcher. Now rolls back to the Grizzlies in the slot as Aaron Thoe will feed it out to center ice for Martel. Martel dumps it in. He gets blasted by Dalton Galley. Galley pushes Martel. Action in the Allen zone. Now Martel gets to the left side, swings and misses. Galley goes after Martel. Those guys thinking about dropping the gloves, but they don't. Puck in the left circle. Thoe over to Martel. Johnny feeds it across down the middle. Jack Combs picks it up. He'll throw it to Martel. Somehow kept it in. Martel to the right side. Fires a shot that goes wide. Thoe along the boards. As looks like we get a whistle. And Martel pushes Liam Finley after the whistle. Martel and Galley. Now Jack Combs will confront Martel. The linesman step between them. So looks like a penalty is going to be called. Who's it going to be on? It's going to be on the goaltender. Chase Perry threw a push at Cam Strong as Strong got in the crease. So I think the goaltender, Chase Perry, is going to get a penalty. And the Grizzlies are going to get a power play. Liam Finley looks like he's going to represent the goaltender, Chase Perry, in the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. So the goaltender is going to get a penalty as he just kind of pushed Cam Strong down.
Well, that's an interesting one. But, hey, this is a chance for the Grizzlies to get their power play going, something they really haven't been able to do all series long. If you can get something going here, you can take that momentum and take it into Rapid City.
So Perry gets the penalty, 2 minutes for roughing. It's being served by Liam Finley. Time of penalty, 9:32 into the third period. 10:20 is left. 10:28 is left here in the third period. Allen still leads 5-1. They've outshot the Grizzlies 31-19. Draw one by Allen, and they clear it all the way out towards Metcalf. It bounces off the Rio Tinto sign. Rolls behind the net as Metcalf will give way. As the Grizzlies on the power play. Nilsson across to Penner. Penner goes across to Cutler. He's on the left side. Cutler across the center ice, right wing over to Pfizer. Pfizer loses it. Justin Young will bounce it off the boards near the Allen bench. Pfizer gets it back to Nilsson. We're halfway through the third period. Neither team has scored in this frame. Nilsson throws it across to Young. Puck flies out of play into section 101. Man in about row 13 comes away with a game puck, and luckily it looks like everybody's okay.
You always got to watch out for those flying pucks.
Kind of wish we'd get one of these up there. Get a game puck, send it, take it home.
It'd be nice. That'd be cool.
I'd let you take it home,
A cool little souvenir. That's a fun thing to take away from a hockey game.
Draw at center ice is won by the Grizzlies. They're on the power play for the next minute 25. It's Bryson Martin will throw it back to Jamison. Jamison will skate towards Metcalf, now behind his net as he'll drop it off for Martin. Bryson Martin with good speed. He'll cross center ice. Martin feeds it over to the right side as Martin collided with Robidoux. Robidoux lost the stick. He picks it back up. Shearer over to Martel in the left wing. Martel over to Shearer. Across to Martin. But Colton Hargrove got a stick in the way, and the puck went back to center ice. Grizzlies will have to reset. Martel gains the line left side, throws it towards the circle. Grizzlies along the wall, get it back towards Martel. Big collision in the corner as Jamison got knocked down. He gets back up. Sure, over to Martin. He's in the right point. Across to Martell. He's all alone on the left side. Martell feeds it down the middle for Fitz. It bounced off his stick and rolls towards the corner. Martin spins it around. Martell on the left side. He's wearing number 27. He's to the left side. He'll throw it towards the goal line for Jamison. He'll take a shot saved by Perry. He holds on with an even 9 minutes left in regulation and 32 seconds left in the power play. Still 5-1 Americans. Both teams will make a full line change. Tonight's attendance, 6,415, 64-15. Here on a Saturday night at Maverik Center. We've had a lot of great crowds here during this homestand. Draw in the left circle is won by the Grizzlies. They'll get it over to the right side for Pfizer. They'll take a shot. Saved by Perry. Allen gets the rebound and clears it out. It's very similar to how Pfizer scored late in the third period last night. It's kind of isolating him to the right side and getting him a lot of open room where he can get a good shot off. Pfizer gets the puck at center ice. He'll feed it to the left side. Bounces off an American stick. Goes back to Cutler. Now Pfizer throws to the right side. Shot. Saved by Perry. That shot was taken by Penner. Allen gets it and clears it out. Allen is back at full strength. As Utah for neutralize, fires a shot. Perry makes a save. Allen was looking for Liam Finley, but Finley left the ice. So icing is on the Americans. 8:18 left in the third. Boy, really good look there for Penner, and either went wide or Perry made the save.
Yeah, it was a good look there for Penner. Just unfortunately wasn't able to get a whole lot on that shot, and as a result, Perry made that save, or just went out of play. I couldn't really tell from my vantage point, but it's another missed opportunity for the Grizzlies, but a good look overall.
Strong will take the draw. Grizzlies up to 21 shots to Allen's 31. Allen wins the face-off, the lift over the head of Victor Bartley. It's going to be icing again on the Americans, this time with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third. So at least 4 crowds during this series, during this homestand, of over 6,000. Think about last weekend, we had Guns and Hoses night that had about 10,400. Friday night, we had about 7,300. Tonight, we have 6,415. Great crowds here at Maverik Center. Left side, Bartley, left point. They'll take a shot, and it lifts over everybody and off the protective netting and out of play. And even 8 minutes are left in regulation.
Yeah, Tyson, you're right. We have had some really good crowds here at Maverik Center, and despite the score here tonight, this crowd has been awesome. They've been up on their feet. They've been cheering, and I think that overall they've had a good time despite the score.
That's right. Even when it was 5-0, crowd was into it. It's been an entertaining hockey game. I think the Grizzlies just wish the only thing that'd be different is the score. Allen leads 5-1. Americans win the face-off. They lift it high into the air. Just missed the video board by a few feet. Almost like they were aiming for the video board. Allen takes the puck. Gavin Gould skates in, backhand shot. And he scores. And Gavin Gould gets his first goal of the season. Metcalf argues the case. He didn't think the puck actually crossed the goal line. This baby's in the refrigerator. Allen leads 6-1.
Well, it looked like Metcalf did make the initial save on that play.
We're going to go to video replay, I think, and take a look. We got a replay here from Maverik Center. Gould took the shot. Didn't look like the puck crossed the goal line there. And then it was kind of after that where it looked like Allen had crossed the goal line. It looked like Metcalf made the initial save, and then what happened after that, it's hard to say.
Yeah, Metcalf makes the initial save, and I think just the force of the two players going through the crease after that. He wasn't able to corral it after making the save, so the puck was loose in the crease, and I think it hit somebody's skate or somebody's stick, and then ended up going into the back of the net. But it's hard to see if that puck really did cross that goal line. Look at that, Tyson. She's chugging another beer. That's a different girl, but man, look at her go.
That's the game changer of the video board.
I think she got it.
Oh, no, that's the same fan.
Oh, it's the same girl.
Is she going to chug this third beer? Oh, she's daring it.
Oh, my goodness.
There she goes. That's at least the third beer that she's chugged on the video board at Maverik Center. Look at her chug away.
Oh, my goodness. Look at her go. She downed it.
Very cleanly. Great job by that fan.
There's another one. No, these people just keep going.
Side note, the goal counts at 6-1. It's 6-1 Allen. So that goal counts. Gavin Gould gets his first of the season. Grizzlies dumping in. As the Americans towards the near side. They carry it out towards center ice. They cross center and dump it in. As it's unassisted by Gould. 12-14 into the third period. Grizzlies throw it to Johnny Walker. So lifted out to center ice. Glove by Allen. It bounced off their glove. Goes to center ice. Martell skates to the left circle. Martell stops near the boards. He'll feed it up top for Nilsson. It bounced off his skate. Nilsson gets it back and dumps it to the right corner. Walker fires a sharp angled shot. It hits the side of the net. Allen will clear it out. Puck goes between the legs of the referee. And icing is going to be called on the Americans. And even 7 minutes left in regulation. Well, number one star's got to go to that fan who's chugged at least 3 beers that we know of on the video board.
Yeah, I think she's got to be the pick-to-click winner, whoever she is. Hey,
Blackhawks jersey, Jonathan Taves.
You win.
Yep, that's the winner tonight.
Got to say, despite the score, this crowd has really been a lot of fun, and they've really stuck through it, so I got to give them credit.
Americans lead 6-1 as that goal by Gould counted. Allen gets it, lifts it in the air, and it's going to be another icing call with 6:53 left in the third. So Draw's going to come back towards Chase Perry, who's played well tonight. He has stopped 20 of 21. Don't forget, the next broadcast of Grizzlies hockey will be on Friday night. Grizzlies will be over in the Monument. 6:50 pregame show. Face off about 7:05. As the draw won by Allen. They'll throw it out to center ice. Bryson Martin gets it. Justin Young got hit as he was trying to clear the zone. Whistle blew. And the Grizzlies are going to get a penalty. Taryn Pfizer goes to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. It's his 4th minor penalty of the season. Boy, Pfizer went like the first 25 or 26 games without committing a penalty. And he's got 4 minor penalties here in the last few games. So Pfizer gets a 2-minute penalty. Allen's back on the power play. They lead 6-1. We're getting reports that it might have been even the 4th or 5th beer that she has chugged tonight. Might not even be 3. Wow. Draws going to be in the right circle. Allen wins the faceoff as Massicott right side fires towards the net. Shearer deflects it and goes out of play. A lot of deflections by James Shearer. He's one of those guys, block shots, deflections. Seems like he's always in the right place at the right time out in front of the net. Taryn Pfizer's penalties, a cross-checking minor. Draw won by Butcher and Allen as the Americans throw it back to Massicott. We'll get it across. Skelly back to Massicott in the high slot. Over to Gould. He got his first goal of the season just recently. Bartley. Jameson takes it away as Gould was battling with Bartley. Shearer skates behind his goaltender. It's Garrett Metcalf, and he'll throw it out to center ice. It bounced off the near boards and rolls towards Chase Perry, who plays it behind the net. As Allen skates from left to right, Bartley comes off. 1:22 left in the power play for Allen. Left side, Robideau gains the line. He collides with Bryce Martin. They push each other. Now Robideau hits Martin in the back. Grizzlies get the puck. They'll cross center ice 2-on-3. Cam Strong fires a shot that goes wide. That shot was from neutral ice. Strong gets pushed along the glass by Massicott. Strong holds his ground, but Gavin Gould gets the puck. Gould will throw it back to the near corner for Massicott. So skate towards the near side. Massicott loses the puck. Fitz. I tried to feed it across to Strong. Massicott wouldn't give him the time and space to get the shot off. They'll get the pass off. Massicott over to Skelly. 45 seconds left in the power play. 5:30 counting in regulation. As Skelly will skate around Perry's net. He's now behind it. Allen skates from left to right. Now Skelly will start the attack. As he gets around Martell. Martell hits Skelly with a stick. Now Finley skates into the zone. He'll feed it to the left side. Shot and a score as the Americans have kicked the extra point. It's Jared Bethune getting his 5th goal of the season. It's a power play goal for the Americans. They now lead 7-1. For the Americans just working the transition game, and Liam Finley made that play. Just drifted the pass over to the left side to Bethune, who was able to go top shelf over Metcalf.
And it was a good play by Allen. Good zone entry, and they were able to get the puck off to Bethune, who takes that shot, and now it's a 7-1 game.
Well, it's been a rough series for the Grizzlies, and it's tough considering how good the Grizzlies have been for 3 straight weeks heading into this set. Utah wins the draw as James Shearer back in his own zone. We'll get it across to Pouncey. Now feed it out to center ice for Walker. It bounced off his skate. Walker gets it back as Allen couldn't dump it into the offensive zone. Shearer to the near side as he crosses center left wing. Bouncing off of Gagnon. It goes to the right corner. Gagnon collides with Walker. Allen will carry it out of the zone. They skate from left to right here in the third period. As Young skates down the middle. Young, good job by Shearer to take him away. As Shearer pushes Young into the corner. Shearer gets over to Walker. He'll tap it off the glass. It hits a stanchion and rolls towards the center ice logo. Simeone gets it. The second-year pro out of Merrimack. Left wing shot saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to Allen. Colton Hargrove, 2 goals tonight. Crosses center ice. Gets around the Grizzlies. He makes a great move. Skates coast to coast. He'll take a shot saved by Metcalf, and the Grizzlies hook him. And it's going to be another Allen power play with 4:17 left in the third. Time out on the ice. Allen leads 7-1. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Americans 7 and the Grizzlies 1. Allen's on the power play again as Tyler Penner gets 2 minutes for hooking. Time of that penalty, 15:43 in. Jared Bethune got his first of the year, 14:48 in. It was a power play goal. The assist went to Liam Finley and Dalton Skelly. Despite the score, the Grizzlies fans look like they're having a good time here. As Bethune will take the draw. It's won by Utah. Victor Bartley skates around his net. He'll bounce it off to Gavin Gould. Puck bounces towards Perry. Hits off his pads. Allen gets over to Gagnon out in front of Perry. Gagnon skates around Perry's net. He'll throw it to the left side as the Americans cross center ice. Good poke check by Jamison. Puck goes back to Gagnon. Gagnon skates back into his own zone. Skates behind Perry. Now he starts the attack. He skates north-south. Now he feeds a near wing pass to Bethune. Across the center ice. Bethune got his 5th goal of the season just about a minute ago. He collides with Cam Strong. Now Gould takes a shot on it, redirected and goes wide. It's Metcalf in the area. As Golly throws to the left side. Not necessarily the power play unit that Allen normally has. We got a whistle and a penalty. It's going to be on Brandon Cutler. So now it's going to be a 5-on-3 power play for Allen for 1:16. There's 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in regulation. The Americans lead 7-1.
Well, this certainly isn't the way you want to close out the game for the Grizzlies. I guess the silver lining would be if the penalty kill goes out, he's able to kill off this 5-on-3. That could generate some momentum, some positivity heading into Rapid City. But, oh, man, you never want to take penalties like that.
Hey, the good thing for the Grizzlies, you don't play till Friday. It's just good to hit the reset button after this week. And after all, the Grizzlies played 3 weeks worth of great hockey leading up to this week. As Allen wins the face-off. Larry throws to Hank Chrome. He'll feed it to the left side. Finley's had another good game over to Chrome. One-timer, saved by Metcalf. Garrett holds on. 3:20 left in the third. Brandon Cutler's penalty was a roughing minor. 16:27 into the third. The Americans have scored 17 goals in this series. As Allen wins the draw, Chris Mallory feeds it across to Finley. Finley throws to the far goal line. Now back to Finley. He'll skate towards the slot. Now feed it to the far goal line. Allen around the net. Gets up top for Mallory. Now to Finley, who fakes a one-timer. Finley throws to Combs. Back to Finley. Finley across to Combs. Back to Hargrove. He'll take a shot and he scores as he completes the hat trick. It's now 8-1. Hargrove gets his third of the game. There's a couple Allen Americans fans in attendance. Are they going to toss their hats? Probably not. It's another power play goal. It's a 5-on-3 power play goal. Penner's out of the penalty box. It's the 18th goal scored by the Americans in this 3-game series. And you really just have to tip your hat as the Americans, from the start of the game on Wednesday, throughout the series, they played outstanding hockey. Grizzlies win the draw, and it looks like Johnny Walker and Justin Young are going to tie it up. Just like Walker gets in 2-3 rights, and now everybody's found a dance partner. Walker continues to pump away with righty body shots on Young. Metcalf wants to go challenge Perry, while Metcalf's going out to confront Butcher. Butcher and Martin collide. Now Butcher and Minor, the linesman trying to separate Metcalf. Walker and Young have been dragged to the ice. The linesmen are trying to break them up. Metcalf is trying to get Gavin Gould away from Cam Strong. Walker's now to his feet.
Metcalf is motioning to Perry. He wants him to come out.
Perry doesn't look like he wants to. It's 8-1. Metcalf is furious.
Metcalf is not happy.
Now Bryson Martin skating towards the Allen bench. Good old-fashioned yard sale in the Grizzlies zone. Sticks and helmets and gloves. Metcalf's going to the locker room. So is Martin. Lucas Preek's going to have to return to net. So Lucas Preek will be back in there with 2:53 left in the third period. A little bit of old school, old-time hockey here late in the third period.
Yeah, Metcalf's blocker is still out there. Somebody just went and picked it up, but Garrett was really, really unhappy. He wanted a piece of somebody. The referee wasn't going to let him have it, and then he turned and he motioned to Perry and said, come here. And Perry just sat there and watched the whole thing. He wasn't going to come out, and so Metcalf's lost the game, and now it looks like Lucas Parikh is going to come out and have to finish business.
It's the Americans 8 and the Grizzlies 1. Colton Hargrove with his goal, 17:03, and completed the hat trick. He now has 3 goals tonight. Jack Combs and Liam Finley with the assist.
Now Parikh wants a piece of Perry.
He wants a piece of Perry. Perry looks like he wants nothing to do with it.
I don't think Perry's moved an inch since the whole thing has started.
I don't think the Grizzlies are going to have a goalie. If they decide that Parikh wants to, Parikh's now going to skate towards the blue line. Parikh wants Perry. And Perry just stays in the crease. Parikh upset the linesman. The linesman kind of grabbed his jersey a little bit. Parikh checking his helmet to see if it still is operable. Meanwhile, the score is Allen 8, Utah 1. Now the fans have stayed. They're all on their feet right now. I don't know that Chase Perry really wants anything to do with it.
It looks like the officials are trying to get Parikh to go back in net, but he just won't go. He keeps trying to circle around, trying to get around him. He really wants a piece of Perry.
Not sure what Chase Perry did.
I don't know either.
Metcalf wanted him, and then now Parikh did. And I'm sure if Trent Miner were in uniform, he'd probably want to go get Perry too.
Everybody wants a piece of Perry.
Not sure what Chase Perry did. I mean, he did commit one penalty, pushing down Cam Strong in the third period. I don't know. The official has got a clipboard out. He's got a piece of paper, and he's writing down all these penalties.
I think he's at least on his second or third page.
He's going to write a book about as wide as the Holy Bible by the time we're done with this thing.
The official's still talking to Parikh.
Well, the only thing stopping Parikh from the is Parikh going to be able to continue? Maybe he gets some misconduct. We might just have an empty net the final 2:53. I don't know. Chris Hagan, the PA announcer, he's going to have to look at that pad of paper. And he's going to have quite a bit of things to say to the crowd. He might just say to look it up on the ECHL app. That's what I'd probably say.
Let's get the ECHL app. Check that out. It's going to be a laundry list of penalties and other infractions.
You know, fans look like they're having a good time, but obviously it's been a tough series for the Grizzlies. As Chase Perry just kind of relaxing right there in his crease. Lucas Freak's got his helmet up. 2:53 is left in the third period. Still waiting for the officials to sort things out. Cutler's in the box right now for the next minute, 20 seconds. Obviously, it's been a frustrating series for the Grizzlies, and so, it's just... So it looks like they still haven't really sorted it out. Jack Combs, the Allen captain, and Andrew Nilsson are talking with one of the referees, and that's Tatu Kunto at center ice. Actually, looks like both referees are there.
Seems like it's an ongoing investigation to see what's going to transpire out of all this.
Still having a conversation with the linesman. Now the linesman skate away. Parik's got the opening if he wants to skate out towards center ice again.
He was picking up some good speed earlier.
Well, now one of the referees is going to each bench. Looks like Sam Heidemann picked the Allen bench, and then Tatu Kunto skated over towards the Utah bench to let them know what's going on. Walker gets a 2-minute penalty. That's on the stadium scoreboard. Somebody's representing him in the penalty box. Looks like Allen's going to have a 5-on-3 power play. They lead 8-1. Colton Hargrove completed the hat trick. 17:03 into the third period. Hargrove has 3 goals and 1 assist. Liam Finley has 1 goal and 2 assists. Jack Combs also 1 goal and 2 assists. Gavin Gould 1 goal and 1 assist. McCauley 2 assists. Hank Crone 3 assists. So it's a 5-on-3 power play. Grizzlies have 8 players sitting on their bench. Allen also has 8. Americans win the draw. Less than 2:50 left in regulation. As Americans over towards the far side. Get it back over to Gagnon. Now to Skelly. Back to Gagnon. Over to the far side. Allen will skate around the net. This is not the typical Allen power play unit. Grizzlies towards the near boards. Cam Strong gets it and clears it out. 2:30 and counting left in the third. Gagnon skates around his net. Gagnon now crosses center ice. He's being shadowed by Strong. Gagnon now on the left side near the boards. He'll skate towards the high slot. He'll feed it to Skelly on the right side out of Hargrove. He tried to kick it out in front. It bounced off the stick of Bartley. Stays in play. Gagnon towards the far boards. Gagnon gets tripped up by Cam Strong. That's going to be a penalty. Right side Skelly shot goes wide. Gagnon collides with Strong. Hargrove gets the puck. 6-on-5 delayed penalty. As off the ice is Perry. Hargrove has 3 goals, 1 assist, and now throw it to the left side. Allen tries to chip it out in front to Robidoux. Grizzlies touch it up. And somebody pushed Lucas Parik, and Andrew Nelson drags down an Allen skater. 1:50 is left in the third. Grizzlies get a tripping penalty. An Allen player, I can't see who it is yet, pushed Parik, and then Nilsson dragged down Allen. And Parik looks like he tried to trip Gould. It was Robidoux. Robidoux tried to push Parik, and then Andrew Nilsson just took Robidoux and just dragged him to the ice. Strong gets a penalty. He tripped up an Allen skater along the far boards. Robidoux high-fives everybody on the Allen bench. He goes to the locker room. So it's another penalty on the Grizzlies. Strong just fell down and tripped over Gagnon. There wasn't, Strong just lost his balance. And then Allen kept working the puck around and ended up out in front of the net, and Grizzlies were able to cover up. Okay, if nothing else, it's been fun.
It's been an interesting one, that's for sure. There's a lot of empty spaces on both benches.
Allen just spreading out along the bench. They've got like 6 guys and a backup goaltender. Grizzlies have 7 guys on their bench. And no backup goaltender as Metcalf's in the locker room. I imagine you got a misconduct. I think they still are sorting it out. So Strong's in the penalty box. We're skating 5-on-3. As the draw won by Utah, they clear it out. Perry plays to the side of his net. He'll give it over to Gagnon. Ryan Kanasowicz with his arms folded. He cannot be a happy coach right now based on how this week has turned out. As Gagnon throws to Skelly. Out of the box is Cutler. Cutler blasts Skelly. Now high slot shot saved by Preek. Puck goes back to Skelly. He'll feed it across the left side. Allen with a sharp angled shot that goes wide. Cutler delivers a big time hit on Hargrove. Cutler goes down. He slashes Hargrove. Now Bartley goes after Hargrove. Puck goes back to the high slot. Gagnon over to Skelly. 1:10 left in the third. Over to Gagnon. He'll take a one-timer. Saved by Preek. Preek's on his backside. Allen will skate towards the right corner. About 1 minute left in regulation. Right wing. Gould with a shot saved by Preek. Rebound goes out to Nilsson and clears it out. Wait, Nilsson didn't get a penalty for dragging down Robidoux there?
I think they're sick and tired of calling penalties at this point.
Crowd goes to center ice. Skelly dumps it in. Bartley throws it back to Penner. They'll throw it near the Allen bench. An Allen player is yelling at the Grizzlies bench. Grizzlies right wing shot saved by Perry. Simeone got pushed right after the whistle by Gavin Gould. Preek skates towards his blue line. He wants some action.
I think he still wants Perry.
That's the thing. If you're a goaltender, the only guy you can really go after is the other goaltender. As Cutler came out of the penalty box, he just blasted Skelly. And then he delivered another couple big hits as well. There's 38.3 seconds left in the third period. Allen leads 8-1. And then Cameron Wright got hit pretty hard as they show a replay. McCauley and Johnny Walker. That was earlier. Draw one by the Grizzlies, but it goes between their defensemen. And as Preek plays it around his net, we're skating 5-on-5 miraculously. As the Grizzlies out to neutralize, Bartley will cross center, and he'll lift it as it stays in place. It bounced off the glass on the end wall. Martel to the left side. Puck goes back to Allen, 15 seconds left. Andrew Nilsson to the left point. Think we'll see anything physical here in the last 12 seconds as Allen at back in their own zone. Dalton Galley skate back deeper in his own zone. He pushes Tyler Penner. Martel to the right side, 2 seconds left. Penner holds up. And it looks like Penner's going to go after Dalton Galley. As the whistle blows, Preek skates to center ice. He wants Perry. Preek with a spin move. He's going after Perry. Preek pushes Perry in the crease. Preek throws 2 punches. Nilsson skates over there. He's going to fight somebody. Perry drops his gloves and he throws a right. Perry gets on the left. Preek swings and misses on the roundhouse. Preek drags down Chase Perry. Preek made a spin move on the referee at the blue line of Allen's zone. Got to Perry. Preek fires up the Maverik Center crowd. Unbelievable. I don't want to be critical, but didn't we just lose by 7?
Hey, you know what? This crowd doesn't care. This crowd's been awesome. And I'll tell you what, Lucas Maverik, he's got some wheels and he's got some moves. He totally chuked the referee and he got what he wanted. He went after Perry.
He wanted Perry and he got him.
Man, he got some good hits in there. What a fight. What an end to this game.
Well, I know the fans aren't going to forget it.
I don't think I'm going to forget it.
Well, there's a lot to sort out here. I got to think that both teams are now going to be 1 and 2 in penalty minutes. You know, they came into play in the top 3. Well, that was kind of a fun third period. Let's not lose track of the sight that Allen wins 8-1. Very frustrating week for the Grizzlies, but at least ends on kind of an entertaining, old-time hockey kind of note.
This might be the first time that I've ever seen a team lose by 7 goals and still get saluted by the crowd.
They get a standing ovation from the Maverik Center crowd.
I mean, everybody's on their feet here. It's incredible. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this before.
Preek pushed Perry. I don't think Perry really wanted it, but then Perry just kind of got dragged into it, and then Perry threw a right. Preek then got a right in. Perry held his ground, even though Preek looks like he's got a little bit of a size advantage. Not much, though. Preek with a roundhouse, and Perry tried to get in a right, and then Preek dragged down Perry as they show the replay.
Yeah, Perry didn't want any of that at all. He kind of just stood there. I mean, Preek was coming at him like a bull. And Perry just stood there and he got knocked with the full force of Maverik. And after that, the chaos ensued. But man, what an ending.
You know, the fans go home, but I can't overlook the fact that it's still an 8-1 game. You know, it's one of those you'd love to be on the right end of this thing on the scoreboard, but nothing else was entertaining. You know, it's just like, yeah, it's got to be the first time in hockey history where the team loses by 7 goals and they get a standing ovation headed to the locker room. I don't know how Ryan Kanasowicz has interpreted this, or Jared Pike, the assistant. All I know is it was the kind of an interesting end to really was a tough 3 games here, as Allen scored 18 goals in 3 games. In fact, they outscored the Grizzlies 18-4 in this series. Oh, while we're here, might as well start the post-game show.
Yeah, man, we can't go to commercial after that.
Yeah, why not? Well, who knows if they're ever going to sort out these penalty minutes. They still haven't sorted out what happened with about 2 minutes, 53 seconds left. Going into that, Utah had 39 minutes worth of penalties, and Allen had 33. So now we got all the scoring here on the ECHL app. Allen scored 3 times in the first period. Mikael Robidoux, 7:37 in. Colton Saucerman and Gavin Gould with the assists. Liam Finley made it a 2-0 game as he scored 13:56 into the first. Jack Combs and Zachary Massicott with the assists. Colton Hargrove extended the lead to a 3-0 game, 16:39 into the first. McCauley and Crone with the assists. Allen outshot Utah 20-5 in the first period, and they led 3-0 after 1. Jack Combs extended the lead 4:40 into the second, his 24th of the season. Hargrove and Crone with the assists. It was a power play goal. Allen went 3 for 8 on the power play tonight. Then Hargrove got a second of the game, 7:29 into the second. Crone and McCauley with the assists. At that point, Lucas Preek was pulled for Garrett Metcalf. Preek stopped 18 of 23 at that point, and he stopped one late in the third period. Grizzlies got on the board. Tyler Penner, his 8th of the year, 17:50 into the second. Pfizer and Cutler with the assists. Allen led 5-1 after 2 periods. Allen scored 3 unanswered in the third. Gavin Gould unassisted, 12-14 in. It was his first of the year. He had 1 goal and 1 assist tonight. Jared Bethune, his 5th goal of the season. Skelly and Finley with the assist. It was a power play goal. And then later on in the third period, 5-on-3 power play goal scored by Hargrove, who completed the hat trick. 17:03 into the third period. And, well, things just started to pick up physically after that. They're still working on the penalties. They really are. They're still working on the penalties.
I mean, these guys might be here all night.
Yeah, the off-ice officials had a tough job tonight. Kyle Mayfield. And it is a really weird scene because, yeah, we lost by 7 goals tonight, and everybody looks like they're having a good time. And I don't know how to take that, but it was a tough series for the Grizzlies. I mean, you got to tip your hat to Allen. They played outstanding for 3 games. I just think it's one of those things, you know, you had a pretty interesting end to the game. It's hard to really remember everything that happened. You know, it was like Walker got into it with Justin Young with about 2:53 left in the third period. And then you had some other stuff. I mean, there was Robidoux pushing Metcalf, and then Andrew Nilsson dragged Robidoux to the ice. Interesting that Robidoux got something, but Nilsson stayed in the game. And then then there was some other stuff, and then you end regulation. The whole time, it looked like Lucas Preek wanted Chase Perry. The game ended. Tyler Penner was getting after it with an Allen skater. And then Preek skated towards center ice, got to about the blue line, made a really nice spin move on the referee, got to Perry, pushed Perry right near Perry's net. Perry never left his crease. And then, Perry and Preek just kind of held each other a little bit. Perry might have gotten in maybe 2 rights. Preek may have gotten in 2 punches of his own. Then eventually Preek drove Perry to the ice, and then Preek just kind of got everybody fired up. And I think the only variable is the score of the game. It's just like it's all in good fun the last 3 minutes if you can forget the fact that the game, by the outcome of the game at that point, had already been decided. Allen wins 8-1, but otherwise they're still sorting it out. how many penalty minutes are we going to get by the end of this thing? I mean, by the end of regulation, it looked like there was like 6 guys on Allen's bench, maybe 6 on the Grizzlies bench. Everybody's just spread out. I mean, Metcalf gets, I imagine, a misconduct or a game misconduct. I mean, there was less than 10 minutes left in regulation. Looked like he wanted to go after Perry, and then Preek came in. It looked like Preek wanted to go after Perry, and there, you know, it was physical throughout the game. I think it was one of the things that I don't know that there was much that the 2 referees could do about it because it was physical throughout, and I think that, you know, Utah had to play physical against what is normally a physical Allen team. And even though Allen really got the better of Utah on the scoreboard, I mean, you knew it was going to be, there wasn't going to be any other way. Final game of the series, you knew that it was going to be a physical Saturday night, and it turned out to be. Saturday night was all right for fighting here at Maverik Center.
That's right. Saturday night was perfect for fighting. But, I mean, you mentioned the emotion and just the physicality of the game. It really seemed like it was building, and then finally we get to, like, the last 5 minutes of the third period, and it just boiled over, and then just all hell broke loose. But, I mean, you want to talk about Lucas Parik. He gets pulled earlier on in the game after the 5th goal. Garrett Metcalf gets the misconduct. He leaves. Lucas Parik has to come back and finish the game in a game in which he got pulled for allowing 5 goals. Now he's out there, and he's furious. He's not happy. And so he goes out. He tries to fight Perry, and the referees are trying to herd him like cattle, trying to get him to go back into the net and saying, Lucas, just finish the game, please. We want to go home. Finish the game, Lucas. And Lucas, well, finally, he goes back into the net. But you know he was waiting. He was waiting for that final whistle. And as soon as that final whistle, that horn sounded, he shot out like a rocket. And he makes an incredible juke move to beat the referee. I don't think the ref was ready for it. And then there came Lucas coming in like a bull straight towards the net. And Chase Perry, I feel bad for the guy because there was nothing he could have done about it. And I think he knew it too. He just stood there and he was like, you know what?
I guess I'm going to fight here.
I mean, Parik was coming in like an asteroid. And then there's that collision point, and Perry just goes backwards, and then next thing you know, 2 guys are starting to tango, and then Lucas Parik gets what he wants. He gets that fight, and
the only thing that kept Chase Perry on his feet was the crossbar.
That's right, or else he would have been knocked on his back. But, I mean, what a crazy ending, and you're right. I mean, I've never seen a game where the score was 8-1. The home team loses by a touchdown, and the extra point to boot. I mean, 7 goals.
They get a
standing ovation as they leave the ice. I've never seen that before. And so what a crazy ending. But I think it takes away from a more pressing matter, a more pressing issue with the fact that you're right. It's an 8-1 game. And so if you're the Grizzlies and you're Ryan Kanasowicz, what do you make out of all of this? I mean, you lose by 7 goals, and now you got to figure out what the problem is, because clearly there is a problem.
You're going to have to figure out who's playing Friday.
That's right. And
the Grizzlies to play Friday.
I mean, the Grizzlies only scored 4 goals in 3 games against the Americans. And so now you got to figure out what the problem is and how do you fix that going into Rapid City. I think there were a few things that the Grizzlies did really well, but I think for the majority of the game in the series, they had a tough time entering Allen's zone. They weren't winning those battles along the yellow lines, along the boards. Their passing wasn't very precise. It was just a really sloppy few games here from the Grizzlies after a series where they played really well against Rapid City. So I think it'll be interesting to see now that you're going back to Rapid City, a team that you've had success before against. Maybe that'll be a chance for them to find out what that problem was against Allen. How do you diagnose that and fix it? And then, hey, we see Allen here back again at the end of the month. That's a chance to redeem yourselves. And those points are going to be huge, Tyson, because the Mountain Division playoff race is heating up, and now you just surrendered 6 points to the Allen Americans. You now passed the Grizzlies in the standings. So they're going to have to find a way to beat Allen here down the stretch.
I think that the disappointing thing about really this about this series, because the Grizzlies played great hockey for about 3 weeks heading into this series. Looks like they're starting to insert the penalties to the box score. Well, I'm pretty sure we lead the league in penalty minutes by the end of tonight, and Allen's probably right up there with us. You know, they're both teams are in the top 3 in penalty minutes, and they'll probably continue to load those up probably after the post-game show. These off-ice officials thought they didn't have to work Sunday. It looks like they're going to have to work Sunday to calculate all these things.
Well, good luck to them with all of that. I don't think I've ever seen a box score like this.
One of the off-ice officials are probably saying to themselves, I didn't think there'd be this much math, but yet there they are. It's going to have to add up pretty at some point. But, it's just Grizzlies will play Rapid City next week, and I think that, have a little bit of time off. The Grizzlies will just get reset, and I think if you're Utah, you played good hockey. I mean, you played 3 really good weeks of hockey leading up to this Allen series. Just get back on the horse and get after it on Friday night. There's really nothing else you can do. As Jerry Sloan, the old Jazz head coach, used to say, can't go sit around feeling sorry for yourself. And, the thing is, Grizzlies did play physical tonight, and there were some things the Grizzlies did well. They did a great job in the faceoff circle this evening. There were some other things the Grizzlies did a good job of. Allen did a good job winning those 50-50 pucks along the boards. They won more than their fair share there. Really, if you're the Grizzlies, it's just like, okay, there were some things that didn't go their way, but, you got to take some positives into the Rapid City series and just kind of build from there. I think if you're the Grizzlies, you want to kind of reset things on the power play, as Allen did a good job on the penalty kill against them, and see if they can kind of reset the penalty kill, because after all, in the month of January, the penalty kill was outstanding before Allen, was able to generate some power play goals of their own. So I think for the Grizzlies, it's just kind of hitting that reset button. Kiki Crumb's got the post-game story, and it's going to be an interesting one. They're still kind of calculating the penalties on the ECHL app. I'm fascinated just to kind of see how many penalty minutes the Grizzlies and Americans rack up by the time this thing's over. So maybe we'll just have to look at the ECHL box score after the post-game show to really find out what that is. But, Allen gets the victory. They played well tonight, and they really played well all series, outscoring the Grizzlies 18-4. And for the Grizzlies, you just have to stay on the horse and just keep battling. Just take a few days off, reset, and get ready for Rapid City, because after all, everything is still in front of the Grizzlies, despite how the 3 games went. It's a big victory for Allen because Kansas City and Rapid City both lost, so Allen now takes over 3rd place in the Mountain Division by themselves. And they had some inspiration, and, I think they were trying to really play as well as they could for their head coach, Chad Costello, who lost his father a week or 2 ago. And so, obviously the Americans are playing with a heavy heart, and I think that, they're really winning these games for Chad Costello as much as anything. And, we wish Chad Costello the best, and hopefully we'll be able to see him 3 weeks from now when the Americans are back here at Maverik Center. Really, for Utah, you got 6 straight road games. You got Rapid City for 2, and then you head to the East Coast for 4 games against 3 different opponents. And, those opponents out east aren't necessarily at the top of the standings. So, just have a good road trip and just kind of move on. It's 1 week, and it's one tough week, but you just have to keep moving on, because you don't want one tough week to turn into 2, and before you know it, you got the snowball rolling into a rough month of February. So it's just one of those things where you just have to keep battling and keep pushing. Now, is anybody going to get suspended from this thing? I mean, we really won't know until the league kind of sees things out. I mean, were there suspendable things, or just things that, would just send you to the locker room for the rest of the game? I mean, hard to really say, but, just kind of see how it goes heading into Friday over in Rapid City. Well, Guy, let's head out of here. But any final thoughts?
Well, I wish all the best of luck to these off-ice officials over here. They might be here all night. But I think the fate of this season lies in the hands of Ryan Kanasowicz. I think it's his job to make the most out of this and find out what the positives were and what the negatives were, and take those negatives and find a way to turn them into positives. So, and we know Ryan is a good coach, and he's handled the adversity very well before. So I have full confidence in him that he's going to get this group and back together and string some few wins here and make a push for the playoffs. Tyson, we're on to Rapid City.
And we're on to Rapid City next Friday and Saturday. Pre-game coverage will begin at 6:50. Face-off at 7:05 both nights. Number 3 stars Hank Crone. He had 3 assists tonight. Jack Combs had 1 goal and 2 assists. Liam Finley had 1 goal and 2 assists. He was just an honorable mention. Colton Hargrove is the number 1 star with 3 goals and 1 assist. So the number 1 star is Hargrove. Combs with 1 goal and 2 assists is the 2nd star. And I imagine they'll probably change things up and make Liam Finley the number 3 star of the game. Right now it's Hank Crone. Well, that'll wrap things up here at Maverik Center. I send our condolences to Kiki Crum, who's got the post-game story. How are you going to find a way to type up the last 3 minutes? That'll be interesting. In 2 hours and 45 minutes and in front of 6,415 here at Maverik Center, the Allen Americans complete a 3-game sweep as they defeat the Grizzlies 8-1. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast of not necessarily the final outcome. For Kiki Crum and Guy Chiarenza, I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is.